All right, we're gonna let Zion is gonna do today's intro.
What episode are we on?
This would be episode 8.
Okay, one more clap, everyone.
Episode 8.
2, 3. Welcome to the 8th episode of the Zion and Anthony podcast. We have a special guest again, who's honestly just gonna probably be a guest all the time, so we might just have to include him in the name. Julian, what's your last name?
Doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter.
Redacted.
Doesn't feel like saying that online.
Redacted.
Don't
Weird.
like having my full government name out there for everyone to search. So I'm just gonna go with Julian. I'm sure.
But you say some
There-
shitty fucking opinions.
I'm
So
sure.
I'm sure people will search you out and
Exactly. I'm
try to
sure.
commit violence.
Okay. Today we're gonna be talking about Fantastic 5. Fantastic 4.
Fantastic.
If you know, you know.
Yeah.
And Marvel in general, because last week we did DC and we realized we kind of didn't know enough about DC, if I'm being honest. But Marvel, we're pretty.
I knew enough about DC. I didn't have enough information to carry
That's
on
why
the
we need you.
conversation.
We
but
need you.
I
We
knew
need you to nerd out for us whenever we get anything wrong today. Do you
Definitely.
know a lot about Marvel?
I do. I know enough. I don't know a lot about the Fantastic Four. I'm not a big Fantastic Four guy, but I do know a lot about their introduction. I know that they're Marvel's first family. It was created by Stan Lee and Jack Kirby, and it was sold
The after credit scene.
Yeah, there's actually.
Was that the real cartoon? At the end?
No. The
That was
original
fake?
cartoon. I think it's from the 90s or from the 80s.
That wasn't footage from the cartoon at the
no,
end?
it's just.
I thought that was the whole.
It's like a spoof.
It's the.
Hey, what- you know
it's-
what it
That's
is?
the point, right?
It's the cartoon that's created in that universe
For the Fantastic
for
Four.
those people.
And they're like paying homage to Kirby, right? Who is the creator of Fantastic Four?
Jack Kirby
I don't
and
know if they're
Stan Lee
paying
are the
homage.
creators of Fantastic Four.
Did Stanley create every single superhero
No, Stan Lee was just
in Marvel Universe?
In Marvel.
almost, yes.
Who didn't he?
Who didn't he create?
Yeah, who didn't he
Black Panther.
He didn't create
create
Black
Black Panther.
Racist.
He, you know what it is? He co-created a lot of characters. So a lot of how comic book, even like with Batman. Every time we talk about comics, I will probably always come back to Batman because that is my guy.
You
That
want to
is-
suck Batman's dick?
all day. Double.
Is that not what he just said?
Double fisted.
Subtitles?
This is gross.
The point is, I'll always come back to Batman just because he's my guy. But
That
even
shit
with
gross.
Batman was created by Bob Kane and Bill Finger, or I could be wrong with that. But usually with superheroes and superhero teams, they're usually co-created by two people. And those people are usually either Jack Kirby, Stan Lee, or Bill Finger, which are the main three people who made all the comic characters that you are aware of, and even characters that you aren't aware of.
Shout out.
Am I wrong in saying that DC and Marvel at one point, that team of people that were creating comic books were one and then broke off
Well,
into
yes.
their own...
So
I didn't know that.
What it is, so for instance, Todd McFarlane and Jim Lee. Jim Lee is a very big comic book artist. He's still a big comic book artist right now. It's probably the most famous one you'll hear in modern generations. He's the one who gave Wolverine his tiger stripe costume. You know that
I love
costume
this. Look at him go.
with the black stripes and
Already.
with the big old blue pads and stuff.
Yeah.
You know the iconic Wolverine costume that you are aware of.
The one we were waiting to see in Deadpool.
Exactly.
Yeah,
the one
yeah.
that you're waiting to see in Deadpool.
And
you
doesn't
know.
Deadpool go, only took like 16 fucking years, or what does he
Yes,
say? I
I
don't
get
know.
it, right?
That
So, but
costume.
yeah, so when that scene where he puts the mask on and everybody
Woo!
freaks out
To the
in
best
theater.
song.
That costume, that is Jim Lee's baby. That he created that costume, that iconic.
Was that
costume.
mask CGI?
What?
That-
Some of it was
The Wolverine mask.
Him putting it on was CGI.
Right,
but
right.
Him having it there
Was not.
was not.
Did you know I saw a behind the scenes clip in No Way Home with all the Spider-Man that those masks were CGI?
Yeah,
There's like a behind the scenes clip. I don't know. It could have just been them doing like
So
rehearsal.
they did good then because I didn't
right? You
catch
couldn't
that.
tell, but it's pretty goofy to see 3 Spider-Man go like this. Just put on the
Yeah.
fucking mask.
Just immediately CGI. Yeah, but we're here to talk about. I was gonna say Superman. We're here
We're
to
gonna
talk
talk about
about
Superman.
the Fantastic Four.
I don't mind talking about Superman.
All right, we're gonna cross the horn,
let's
and we're gonna
immediately-
start with Zion.
Let's immediately
Wait.
just go with how we thought we.
I'm the
liked
host
it.
today. No,
Yeah.
no, we're not. No, I'm not.
Oh, we're not doing that.
What we are gonna do is we're gonna go around and give scores, and then we'll go into what we did.
The
All
liked
right.
it.
Oh,
So-
but we did the
Remember,
liked
watched it, liked it, loved it, and you said epic fail.
Or epic fail if like it was noticeably bad to the point where you were even taking notes about how bad it was. You know what I mean?
Watched it is bad.
So like yeah.
Yeah, can we just
watch
say-
it? Yeah, watch it.
Epic
exactly.
fail is
No,
like,
no, watched
It's
it.
like you
watched
fucked
it
it
means
up.
it got whatever it was
Not
passable.
even. No, I feel like watch it was like, yeah, I watched it. Like
It left no impact on me.
exactly.
Okay, we need something worse than watched it.
That's the epic fail. That's when it's to the point where we have to point out like flaws and like, hey, don't watch this movie. That's an epic fail.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Fantastic Four was not an epic fail.
Okay,
Nah.
go. Give it your.
I loved it. I thought that movie was
Loved it.
fucking
All right.
awesome.
Shit.
The music. I didn't think I was gonna like Pedro Pascal as Mr. Fantastic, but god damn it, does a pretty damn decent job. Not really the.
This is what won you over?
It's not. No. I'm just saying he was a really.
He did
you
solid.
know, considering people were mad that Pedro Pascal was casted as Mr. Fantastic.
Who did they want to be Reed?
They wanted, and the internet.
John
not even-
Krasinski?
No. But that too.
The smartest man
just
alive.
because he was the variant in Doctor Strange.
Yeah.
And
What
dies
people
in
were
seconds.
hoping for, what people were hoping for, and there were tons of leaks to the point where it was like the final stages of like contract signing and stuff. People wanted Adam Driver to be Mr. Fantastic. Kylo Ren. They wanted Adam Driver, and
Why?
well, the studios. Well, when they were setting up the
I'm just thinking of
Fantastic
Kylo
Four,
Ren.
the main cast that they had set up in their minds, like to pick was going to be Adam Driver as Mr. Fantastic, Vanessa Kirby still as Sue Storm, I think Joseph Quinn still as Johnny Storm. And I can't remember who they wanted to be
The Thing.
for the Thing. It was a controversial thing where I think they wanted to either have like a black guy be Kim or like a woman be the Thing.
Hold
They
on a
just
second.
wanted to.
If
they
you had a
wanted
black
to-
guy pay the Thing,
They wanted to like
would he
gender
not
bend.
be orange? Think about it.
Leave the comment down below.
Yes, he could be orange.
Would the black thing be orange?
Well, if the whole point of making him,
Or
like,
would
to-
he be
to
concrete
try to
color?
make it more diverse? They're like, okay, let's make this one character black, like they did in the one Fantastic Four. They made Johnny Storm.
Yeah,
Yeah, and the
Yeah,
one that
black
was
be Jordan.
horrible.
And
But
the
if they
bad
made
one.
if they made the Thing black,
Yeah.
when
It's fantastic.
when he's in the rock formation, would he be representing some kind of version of black as
What?
opposed to orange?
What kind of geo would the Thing be?
Right.
People are sensitive when you change things
What
like
kind
that.
of rock
I don't
would
What
he
get
kind
it.
of? Would it be sedimentary? Would it be?
It would be mud.
All right, Noni, you go. Watched it, liked it, loved it. Epic fail.
So watched it.
You watched it?
Not an epic fail.
Not
Woo!
enough.
My first time hearing his thoughts. I've been waiting.
I wouldn't
Okay.
expect it to be. It
no,
wasn't.
No, not an epic
bad.
fail. But I definitely, on the scale of watched it, liked it, love it, I go to watched it.
Yeah.
Okay, so I was in it. I was having a good time. I watched it. I loved it. I liked the characters, but there was something missing, and I don't know. I mean, I could do like when I
wrote that in my notes. It felt like there was something missing.
when I go through like the whole Superman deal, and I nitpicked all these stupid things that like took me away from it. There
Right.
wasn't a lot of that in this, but just the whole storyline as a whole, like I felt like
It felt kind of rushed.
But so I really did feel so like here's a shitty part about me watching it. I watched the original Silver Surfer Fantastic Four
2005.
right before I went and watched Fantastic Four, this one.
For
And
the young people who don't know what Anthony's referring to, he's talking about the sequel to the 2005
The Rise
or
of Silver Surfer.
2004, Yep, Fantastic Four sequel, Rise of the Silver Surfer.
Real quick, can we go off topic? Well, still on topic, kind of off topic.
Okay.
What is better, Fantastic Four 2005 or Fantastic Four 2025?
25. I like.
Yeah,
I
25.
enjoyed this one.
Really?
Way
Yeah, Fantastic.
better.
The old one, when I watched it
They're
that morning,
so fun.
It was fun, but it was super corny.
Yeah, it doesn't hold up.
I was gonna say the only thing that's holding that movie back is the fact that they made it so contemporary.
Yeah.
What they were trying to do with Fox. As a matter of fact, Fox buying the rights to make Fantastic Four films acquired the rights in, I believe, like 1995. Okay, and so they've been planning to make a Fantastic Four movie since 1995. When did that first movie come out? 2005. It took them 10 fucking years to make that goddamn movie.
Yeah.
Because every time a director or a scriptwriter would bring a script or, their vision to Fox, they did not want it. They didn't like the retro style. They didn't like the 1960s aesthetic of what people were giving them or what directors were showing them. They wanted a
I actually love that.
contemporary.
Oh,
No, exactly.
Wait,
Yeah.
so they went with that on this one.
Yeah,
Yes,
100. It starts
exactly.
off so
That's
cartoony, and I adored
exactly.
that part.
That's the best part about this movie.
Yes,
is
I agree with that.
It is the 1970s It's the 1950s
I'm with
version
you on
of
that.
what a futuristic 1970s would be. It's that 1950s Americana science fiction come to real life.
So, going back to, for me, what it did kind of lose me a little bit with the whole. Okay, so I get it. Like, it was. I think it would have been really cool if it was like a full blown like Earth, our Earth, and back
Spoiler
then.
alert.
And back then. Oh, these are all spoilers. So fucking, you know what's up with our podcast. We fuck you over.
Be ready to
I
know
did
everything.
like the whole like let's take it retro, right? Let's do the 1960s
I love
deal.
that. That's
And
the
I
best
but
part.
but it wasn't. I felt like they lost me because they tried to implement too many. Like, okay, it's 1960s, it's the old shit, but we have flying cars.
It's the aesthetic of 1960s, but it's not. It's
Like
not
the
supposed to be
tech-
taking
Piece that
place in
together.
1960s.
Yeah, right. It's Earth 828,
Yes.
so it's like a different universe, and so whatever. But they were going with the 1960s deal. Like even the little robot guy, and he takes
Yeah,
like
he has a
full,
recorder.
he has a
He
full
has a
awesome.
recorder that comes
cassette
out.
tape that he puts in, and it's like, how is that cassette tape?
He
loved
dies.
that.
He
So-
gets
I
loved
squished alive
that.
at the end.
but in
It's so funny you say that at the end. Like at the point, there's a part where Herbie is doing something, and like he kind of just like disappears.
Yes. Does he die? Is he
we
coming
don't
back?
even. I don't think we see him after
Off-screen
that.
death means they didn't really die.
yeah, I got a little.
But I like that. You didn't like the cassette
I didn't
coming
like
out
that. It
of
was
the
like
face.
because to me, I was like, oh, okay, they're trying to emulate like this like in 1960s. What did we think like futuristic shit would look like?
sorry.
But a cassette tape with a fucking like a
But it's a
track
robot.
on it.
But
It's a rope. That's an audio track that is somehow implementing a new program. I don't know. I just didn't buy it.
It's
the fact
Here you go with the
futuristic
nitpicks.
yeah, but
technology.
it's a little nitpicky, but like the fact that he's doing an audio fucking cassette tape and going like that.
Yeah.
But the fucking Android itself has like hovering it has like a propulsion system that is like going around. It's not emitting any heat because he's floating around a house and not burning the floor. But
Probably,
it's like some crazy new technology,
Radiation of some
right?
sort.
Some kind of like propulsion system that doesn't work
very
on.
very Tony Stark-esque.
But it's not. It doesn't. He's not. There's no noise, so it's not. Right. But he's floating and he's a robot, so he's obviously has some weight to
You
him.
guys heard it first. He's mad because the robot didn't go.
But I'm saying is like he's got some crazy new technology that is beyond our comprehension of propulsion. But yet he needs an audio cassette to fucking change his programming somehow. Like to me, it would just seem a little more realistic if you like it was a chip. It
I
was like
think
a,
the point of that whole thing. I think you're just looking a little too deep on it.
I do. I
You wouldn't be
think-
you if you didn't start
The
with
whole,
your bad review.
the
with
whole aesthetic
technology
of that.
was a little
He's referring to a
inaccurate.
scene where Mr. Fantastic is talking to Herbie, and Herbie has a physical face, kind of like Soundwave, or it's kind of like Soundwave's chest from Transformers, where it's a cassette tape. You can open it, things come out. But I think the whole point of that was to show you that this was a progression of a 1970s futuristic sci-fi future of the Fantastic Four, and just little elements that were still retro to us, still kind of creep in the new features and futuristic technologies of that timeline, just because that's what they grew up with. I'm assuming they didn't have like a Steve Jobs that created an iPad, and there's touch screens
It's
and all
Mr.
that.
Fantastic is the Steve Jobs.
Exactly.
He's
exactly.
creating
He
things.
is the guy.
Well,
you
but
see a
it's
lot
fantastic.
too.
Okay, so then the other thing that kind of pulled me away from it a little bit, but again, I wasn't super nitpicky about this one like I was Superman, but like a little
Character
bit
development.
Yeah, a little bit of the like. Okay, so Pedro Pascal, Mr. Fantastic, when he's like, okay, we're trying to work through this problem, and he's like, what, like all that technology they have, and he's still using a fucking like chills on my
That's-
spine
That's
chalkboard.
so Reed Richards, though, guys. I'm sorry.
It's a fucking chalkboard.
We got to get to the actual
That's
problems of the
Reed
movie.
Richards.
But
not the nitpick.
But even then, like when he's doing it, he's like, okay, we're trying to figure this out, and he's like, okay, but E
Yeah.
equals fucking
So what
MC
you're
squared.
saying
And
is
set.
you wanted
It's
him
what
to
do you-
like
you're
write
doing
on like
some-
an iPad and like
or
it like start just doing, or him like tell Siri, hey
Yeah.
Siri, I want you to do this equation.
no, but that's why I love these conversations. I love these podcasts because I like going through it because I often change my mind as we're talking about it. But like,
That's how it should be.
and I get that it would probably it doesn't work to do it this way, but I kind of wanted to see Reed Richards be like, with some kind of like, Minority Report fucking computer where he's like, beep, beep, bop, beep, 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 and
you
it's
want
like,
you want
But I get it.
Batman's,
Like Tony
you
Stark?
want Batman's computer,
Yeah.
and he's like,
He's like,
"Computer, I want you to look up
let's-
every enemy." And
Yeah, but
the
he's
North-
like, let's figure this out. Go to the chalkboard. The fuck are you gonna do on a goddamn chalkboard? That's
Ladies
figuring
and
out like
gentlemen,
the end of the world.
This is a man who's never
Reads old school.
Who doesn't know who Reed Richards is, because that is exactly something. To be fair, like I said, I am not.
Called you an idiot.
No, I did not. I am not a Mr. I'm not a Fantastic Four, nerd. I don't know everything about it. Reed Richards trying to solve mathematical equation. Reed Richards putting his situation in a mathematical equation on a chalkboard, trying to figure it out.
Yeah.
Like out loud. That is the most Reed Richards thing you can fucking do.
Do you guys think
It
Reed
was
Richards
awesome.
actually considered giving up his baby?
Yes. Guys,
That
once
was
again,
obvious.
I am not a fucking.
That movie did not
Fantastic-
confirm it. I think it's up to our interpretation.
I am
right?
not
Did
a
he
mis-
think about it?
So that's the thing. That's the thing about. So let's do the review of the movie. So let's break down the movie.
Oh, I got a lot of notes.
Oh wait, so we went loved it, watched
yeah.
it.
I'm in the. Oh, for God, you guys didn't even go to me. What the fuck?
What is it?
I'm in the middle between epic
can't-
fail.
Oh.
I'm right in the middle between epic fail. But
Epic fail.
Wait, let's let you cook real quick.
I'm gonna go
Go.
with what's above epic fail. Watched it. I'm gonna go with watched it. I really want to go epic fail, but the reason I don't want to is I want to apologize for my Sinners review. I feel like I came out that very attackful, and a lot of people love that movie, and that's gonna make. I'm trying to be a good person right now. That's gonna make you guys not care about my
Did you
opinions
not
if I'm
like-
just bashing something that's obviously not horrible. I take it back. Sinners is not horrible. I'm literally
He's
taking back.
apologizing to the black community right now.
No, I'm taking back those words because I looked back at that clip and I just sound really ignorant and almost like I just didn't get the movie.
Did you not like Sinners?
I didn't.
He gave it a bad review, and it got a lot of flack.
Yeah, a lot of people were texting me, and I don't take back my opinion. I didn't love it as much as you guys,
Ladies and
but it's
gentlemen.
not terrible. So I want to apologize for that. It's not terrible. It's just I didn't love it as much as you guys.
I'm sorry that you guys invalidated Zion's credibility.
So I'm gonna
because
try
of that
to be
review.
nicer about my movie reviews, but I did not like this one. I did like Sinners more than Fantastic Four. So first of
Whoa.
all,
That means those are
Oh.
two completely different genres.
Okay.
Of movies.
everyone's saying this movie is best movie since Endgame. That's
Whoa.
absolutely
That's a lie.
fucking insane.
Where did you see that?
That's look up the first Rotten Tomatoes review. When you look up Fantastic Four, it'll be like early reactions, best Marvel movie
So-
since Endgame.
So
Wait,
you
it's
say-
so best movie since Endgame, but doesn't come close.
The
to
best
Endgame.
movie since Endgame.
but doesn't come close to comparing.
Do we
to
forget
Endgame.
that Spider-Man: No Way Home came out before Endgame or after Endgame?
Yeah,
Yeah, but that's not part of the same phase, is it? What
Yeah,
phase
it
are we in?
is.
We're in phase 6. We're in phase 6, right?
Spider-
doesn't
Spider-Man-
matter. It's part of the universe.
That's
Ju-
true.
Just,
Best
just
movie
to put
since-
on record, Spider-Man: No Way Home is technically the last movie of the Infinity. Probably like Phase 4, Phase 5. I could be wrong. Phase 4, I think.
It's like Tony
Of-
Stark's dead, and then
and
this
then-
is kind of like
Spider-Man: No Way Home is essentially the last movie of the Infinity Saga.
okay.
So when
I
they
get that, yeah.
you know what
I
I mean?
like
Does that
that,
make sense?
Julian.
I don't know if
No,
that's
it's-
true,
no,
but
it's-
I
no, it is.
agree with
It's
that.
canonic. No. Kevin Feige, the guy who
No, it makes
does
sense
all
because
these fucking
the
movies.
multiverse and the portal that opens in No Way Home looks like the same portals that open
wait.
in Endgame.
What did you
It's
call
the
him?
same fucking colors.
Kevin Feige? What do you
Kevin.
Yeah, that guy. He
You're
even
four
stated
sometimes.
that. He even stated that No Way Home is like that last movie in that that chapter of we have
Yeah,
Phase
yeah.
1, 2, 3, and I'm pretty sure Phase 4 is the one with Endgame Infinity
But
War.
I really loved how it did. Like I think that movie was great anyway. But I love the fact that we had, because like essentially you had the goodbye, the farewell to Tony Stark, right?
Yeah,
but
we
then
did.
at least we had like another whole movie where it was like, as the movie was doing its own story, there was references to like the sorrow and the grieving
yeah,
of
it,
that.
it gave
Iron
you
Man's
the
death was
world.
handled beautiful.
It gave
Yeah.
you a post-world where
Yeah.
Tony Stark is no longer in the universe.
Yeah.
He's
That's
sacrificed.
what I'm like.
And-
What happened? Those movies were great. What happened? Different writers, like who's actually broken it down? What the fuck happened to Marvel? We all are just like that was bad.
Well,
Fucking
one
beats
thing
me.
that took me by surprise is the fact that I went and saw Superman. We did
Love Superman.
this
Love
episode.
Superman.
This episode will for sure air after our Superman episode.
I hope so.
You'll see that one first. So you'll see that like I kind of trashed it a little bit, and then I watched it again.
And I got him to
I had more.
understand
I
it
had
more.
more conversations, and I kind of went to loved it, but because I did. Like I said from the beginning, I said I had a fun.
Your nitpicks get the best of you.
I had fun in the theater and I had a good time. So like that wasn't even
wasn't
even an issue. And then, so the whole idea of like being like Superman. So I watched it first, and then my initial reviews when I was just talking to friends and family, everybody that I talked to was like, "Oh my god, this is the greatest movie ever," and I'm like, "Holy fuck,
Because
did I
it was.
miss something?" And then like I went and watched it again. I was like, "Okay, this is a good movie. I loved it. It was a good movie."
I love that
But-
you were able to do that.
Right, but so
powerful, ladies and gentlemen.
having that in my fucking mind,
Should have done that.
and
with
then
Sinners.
I go watch Fantastic Four, and I'm kind of on the fence about it. I didn't have as much fun.
I didn't love it at all.
I didn't have as much
I-
fun
that was me,
in
that was me, that was
Superman
me.
as
Yeah.
I did in
Oh.
Fantastic Four. Like I had so much fun.
They had more fun in.
Wait, you had more fun
Fantastic
if it's
Four.
No, I had
Yeah, flip
way
it.
more fun in Superman. I had
My whole
le-
theater didn't enjoy Fantastic
but
Four.
I had less fun in Fantastic Four. But so I went and saw Superman, and then everybody's like, "Oh my god, it's the best movie ever!" And then I go see Fantastic Four. I'm kind of on the fence about it, and
God.
everybody I talked to that saw it was like, "Oh my god, it's the greatest! I loved it!
best movie since Endgame.
And but then I'm like, wait, hold on. As I'm talking to other people, they're like, worst movie, like Fantastic Four, right? They're like
don't
criticizing
like it.
Not me.
Uh,
Other people.
other people.
Oh, that's good.
As a matter of fact, shout out Kenzie and Michael, who will be on the podcast one day,
Eventually,
eventually. They went and saw it
His
when they came
daughter
home.
and
They
her
were,
boyfriend?
yeah, they were just like, no, not good.
So-
and I was like, oh, not good, not good. And then you were like, not good.
It doesn't feel like we're in the same
So
world.
I'm like, hold on a second. Historically, it's always been like Marvel, no matter the movie, Marvel, and then like DC, has always been
right
like,
now, DC
I mean,
is killing it.
But it seems like it kind of flipped. And is that because of
James Gunn.
Is it because of James Gunn?
I think you guys forget.
My daddy, James
I think
Gunn.
you guys forget that Marvel didn't start making any money from its movies until Blade,
Oh, by the way, Superman officially a flop.
Box office.
because it made $500 million.
Yeah, because
I heard it was not a flop. Is
I
that
also
also
heard
fake
it was-
reviews?
No, but the definition of flop is that it doesn't recoup its
Money.
the
I
money
put
that it
in.
spent, and it didn't. So they would. I just saw a quick post. Again, I could be wrong, but I saw a quick
I feel like
post,
this mic is giving me
and
pink eye.
it's like guy farted in it. So
Is that the one I
anyway,
rub my balls on?
but it showed
That could be.
it showed like all the Superman franchises, and it was like our movies. You know, it was like this Superman, X amount of money, X amount of money, and it's like, oh, this current Superman that I'm hearing from everybody I talk to, which is a lot of people because I'm super popular.
Right.
Everybody's like, this is the greatest movie ever.
Now-
But then you look at the money, and it hasn't even made the amount of money that any of the Henry Cavill or Christopher Reeves, like those movies, even and then extrapolate that, right? Like you take it from back Christopher Reeves, there wasn't as many theaters, there wasn't as many people, there wasn't as, but it's still those movies made
Why do people
more
meet right
than
Henry
this
Cavill?
movie.
So, what would you say would not make it a flop? How much would you say?
No, yeah. So I don't know. Like,
But I'm saying, like, you personally, how much would you consider it to not be a flop? Now that you've heard that 500 million is considered a flop,
that's crazy. So, but
How much would
you-
but again, we're talking like that's a
I
whole.
only bring that
that's a
up-
completely different metric, right?
Yeah,
It's
I
like
only
it's
bring
like
it up-
is it a flop? Is it not a flop? When you hear the word flop, you think, oh, it's a bad movie. Well, maybe it's not a bad movie.
technically,
Scott Pilgrim was a flop, and it's one of the greatest movies of all time.
That's a
So
good
that numbers don't fucking matter.
technically,
This podcast doesn't get numbers. What? It's a bad podcast? No, it's not how it works.
Well, technically, this podcast is a flop because
no,
we don't make any
dude,
money.
this is your
technically,
podcast, dude.
Iron Man was a flop because Iron Man did not make more than like $500 million. I could be wrong. You can
So I don't
fact
think
check
it's
me.
I don't think it's an actual dollar amount that considers whether it's a flop or not. I think it's a
Word of
juxtaposed with what it cost to make, and then what the studio is recouping. Like, did they recoup their money and then super success because they made way more? So then that dollar amount based off of this is what it cost to make.
Yeah,
and
but movie
then-
theaters have been struggling.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying is like
also
it's like
true.
it's like this is what it cost to make, and then this is what we made, and so then that dollar amount becomes. But if a movie only costs like $200 million to make and it makes $500 million, success. But if a movie costs $600 million to make and it only makes $500 million, and again, it's
Well, you see, that's
it-
where you're wrong
well,
because
but-
with the money, whenever it comes to movies, say I made a movie for $2 million. The only way I would be able to make back that money or even break even is if I made at least $500 million. And the reason why,
Wait, what?
Yeah, the reason why is because no matter what movie it is, however much you spent making that movie, you have to times that times two with the marketing that you're doing for said movie. Because as much money as you're putting into creating that movie, they're putting that much money into marketing. And you can ask anyone for any movie, superhero or not, they put as much money into the marketing as they did making the film. So that's why when you hear people talk about like, oh, you know, this movie only was created for $2 million. It made $7 million. That's how you know it made back its money, because not only did it make back the money from marketing, but it grossed money after that.
I feel like movie marketing is getting better.
It's also
Especially
like,
with social
So
media.
that's
Like,
just facts.
so-
Whatever movie you have, whatever the budget it was, or whatever budget they say it is, because they don't want to inflate it. Because say like it costs a lot more than what it was supposed to. If you don't make back that money, the investors are gonna get fucking mad at you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because with movies,
Everybody has
just
a
like
boss.
everything, yes. Just like
I don't
movies,
think anyone was that excited for Superman, if I'm being
movies,
honest.
just like everything, are run by fucking suits. They need to see the numbers, and they need to see the money first. And if it doesn't track, then they consider a flop, which is what you guys hear as a flop. So Superman made a certain amount of money. I can't remember
hate
what
that
their
word
budget
flop.
was, but it made $500 million.
It's like Chopped.
You need to make more than what you did, spending it on the movie and spending it on advertising, and after that, then you can consider if it's a flop stuff. But technically,
Well, the story, money determines success.
and technically, Superman, unfortunately, by those standards, yes, it is a flop.
technically a flop.
When it's better than Fantastic Four. How are the Fantastic Four numbers?
Yeah, let's go back
Don't
to
know.
Fantastic Four. We
Don't
keep
know.
on going to Superman.
Oh, but just
But to be fair, it's
like
this weekend.
A quick note on like this whole topic is I did watch a video where the cast of the Eternals was on their
Those poor bastards.
but they were on like an epic like promotion like tour. They were going all.
Oh, I heard it, and then heard it was flopping as they were on the tour.
Yeah, as they were like
The comedian
literally
talked about it.
They were like on like
the
they-
press tour.
They were on the press tour and they were like showing up to locations and they
Oh,
were getting the
no.
numbers going. Yeah, you're out there for no.
You know what sucks about that too? The director of that
travel.
movie, Kevin Feige, picked that director because she was making such great independent films, and so he was hoping like that movie would bring like that A24 money, essentially. You know, those independent films that aren't based off of
Love
you know,
A24.
yeah, that aren't based off of
A24 superhero
properties or any. Yeah, I want them to make a.
movie. Yes, please.
that'd be great, but.
Probably like a weird superhero where like
She comes from those directors, A24. You know, Avi Arad, or not Avi Arad, Ari Aster. I'm so sorry about that, guys. Ari Aster, the guy who does Hereditary. You know,
Eddington.
the guy who does Eddington, the new
Bo was Afraid.
Joaquin Phoenix.
Midsommar.
I haven't seen it.
But we're gonna see it and we're gonna review it eventually because that
Yeah.
movie I heard is really good.
Well,
Also,
I
also
said-
stars Pedro
Eddington does
Pascal.
not look interesting to me.
But
at
I
all.
said,
looks
yeah, I
great.
said to him, let's do
Yes, he
Eddington. He was
does.
like, nah.
I'm excited for it just
and I
because
never said I'm usually down.
that guy made Hereditary.
Yeah, he's been falling off.
He is not.
He
been
made
following.
Hereditary, which was amazing, and then he made
Midsommar?
was that after Hereditary?
It was after.
So those were two bangers. I thought this was like
And
one
what
of the
about
coolest
Bo Was
directors.
Afraid?
No,
I haven't seen Bo.
Bo was Afraid. He
so-
got two like, what? And
Oh
I
my
love
God.
weird.
Bo is Afraid.
I
is
love weird.
The most awkward.
That's
And I
the
love
point,
awkward.
I'm assuming.
But
This
you know
movie
what?
tries
I can't
too
even
hard.
say anything about the
But
movie
you
because I haven't
can't
seen
even
it. I
follow
can't even
the
defend
fuck-
it.
It is the most
story.
shock value,
Really?
like fuck writing, and I
That's
know it
it.
has a message. It's just
I need to watch it because I can't even defend it because I can't be like, oh, that's the vision. You know what I mean? Like I don't know what the fuck he's
It's
going
one of
for
those
in that
movies
movie.
where it's like this has a point. I'm not getting it, and it's like fuck. I don't know
because
fuck
it has different. It has
too
several
artsy
points.
or what? Like
Yeah.
you're throwing too much artsy
That's
shit.
what I'm saying.
at
I
me
love
that you're
artsy
like,
and it-
make
and it lost
Yeah, it's way
make it
too,
more simple.
Well, that's the whole thing. It's like you watch these artsy movies, and I think they do really well when they're
Yeah.
like they're a little abstract,
Easier.
you know, a little whatever. But then you're still following along what the whole point. Like every movie is trying to take the audience on a journey.
Exactly.
Yes.
If you can follow that journey, even though it's obscure
listening,
and
I'm gonna get a drink.
it takes you over, you know, whatever. You can still kind of follow it, and then so there's those like, you know, even like we had Ocean on that one day, and she was talking about Pulp Fiction. She was like, I don't even know what the fuck you're talking about. It's like, holy fuck, like Pulp Fiction.
Yeah.
That's also
We're
Literally, you have a poster right there.
like we're all on the same page with like Pulp Fiction
Is one of the greatest
for
movies-
sure.
yes.
You followed it.
Yes.
So for somebody to say that, but even then, it's like when you watch these other movies, you're like, okay, you know, maybe some of the audience, whatever, they just didn't follow along or they didn't get it.
Yeah, mixed.
Bo is
Afraid is like I totally get people not getting it.
I was like, I literally was watching this movie,
yeah.
and like
Joaquin Phoenix did great though.
when I got lost, I was like, okay, I'm just not paying attention. Let me focus.
Let me lock in
What is
real
this?
quick.
Trying to be yeah.
And then something
that
else,
movie's not authentic.
but then something else would
Trying to be
happen,
edgy.
and I'm like, I have no fucking clue what the hell's happening
Yeah.
right now. Like I just and all
That's
the
unfortunate.
and what's crazy is maybe this is an art form. Is the director, the cinematography, the actors, everybody, the storyline. Because so I can watch movies like that, and you know, 20 minutes in, I'm like, turn it off. I don't give a fuck. or
I can't turn off a movie. I got
that movie,
Awesome.
Beau's Afraid, all the way to the end. I'm like,
The fuck is
maybe.
I actually think
could
Beau's Afraid
kinda-
started really strong.
But I was
I
like,
think it
I was trying.
takes a dump.
This episode is brought to you by whiskey.
Yeah. We could. I fought it all the way through. So like, is that its own thing? Like it's its own ability to keep you engaged, even though like.
Oh yeah, Beau's Afraid isn't boring.
It's not.
It's not boring.
But it's confusing as fuck, and you get
Yeah.
to the end of it, you're like, what the hell?
Yeah.
So you like to know, like,
I think he
you
just
like
tried to
to
be edgy.
understand the point that they're trying to make, and when it gets too muddy, you're like, well, what the fuck was I even? What was this?
Well, that's what I'm saying. Is
You
like,
know what movie gets to the point right away?
What?
Everything Ever All at Once.
Yeah, it does.
You
That
get
was
the
a-
point.
that
You
was a
get the
great
point
movie.
right away. It's kind of in your face, but it's beautiful.
But guys,
I saw that movie in Florida.
Hell yeah.
Cool. Let's get
Sorry, I
back.
cut you off. What were you saying, Noni?
I have no idea.
Fuck,
Let's
I
get
never do
back
that.
to
I
the
was excited.
Fantastic Four. So let's do a full, in-depth.
I got a lot of problems with
review.
it. I'm nice to movies I love, and I'm mean to ones I hate.
But you didn't
So
hate
I'm-
this one.
I'm gonna.
did hate this one.
That's what I'm trying to do in this review. Is try not to hate it, but guys, I'm reading these and I'm like, yeah. So
You want to start off the movie? You want to tell us how the
I'm
movie
try-
starts?
Marvel is so bad right now that we're glazing everything.
I'm not glazing shit.
I think that's what everyone is doing with this movie. Marvel got so bad that you guys are taking the most mediocre shit and being like, yeah, that's fucking ice cream, when really it's fucking vegetables.
Vegetables can be
Me
sweet,
and
though.
you went to go see the first X-Men after Endgame. Do you remember Endgame? Everyone was like, fucking superhero movies are at an all-time high right now.
Did you say you went to go see the first X-Men?
it was like the first X-Men since.
X-Men?
It was like Dark Phoenix.
It was the one with.
You know what I'm
Oh,
talking
we're
about.
still talking about.
With Sansa.
It's
Fox.
obviously not the first X-Men, but I think it was the first X-Men.
We're talking about Fox movies
in a while.
We're talking about X-Men.
This is just a story I'm
Apocalypse.
trying to tell. So
Go.
we went to the movies to
Yeah,
go
yeah.
see that after Endgame, and I'll never forget. We walked out and we all went, "Was that like bad?"
It was bad.
Superhero movies aren't bad. So that was the first like, "Oh shit, that was bad."
No,
And
but
you-
we were like.
Yes, that's what I was about to say.
I think we got all fucked
We're
up
spoiled
on
from
how
Endgame.
great that
Yep.
was.
I will never forget when you told me that. I always say
Yeah.
my Noni said that, and that's the case with Fantastic Four to me. It's just a mid superhero movie.
Yeah, you're
It's
like,
as good as that X-Men movie, and people are gonna get mad at that, but that's the same enjoyment I had. Yeah, X-Men,
Well, let's
Rise
make
of
sure-
Phoenix, whatever was
It
enjoyable.
was, yeah, Rise of Phoenix. It was that,
It was
that
enjoyable.
chick that plays Sansa in
Sophia
Game of
Turner
Thrones.
is what her name is.
Yeah,
it was passable.
It was she was the main character, and it was like we went and saw
Mediocre.
it, and we at the end of it we were kind of like we were in it, and we were like
Yeah.
okay, and then we walked out and we all kind of went, wait,
Yeah, what?
was that bad?
You were the first to say it. I was scared. And when you said, I went,
You guys
yeah,
are
it was.
comparing Fox Marvel movies to.
Well, what
to
we were
Marvel
doing.
Studios.
No. All
what-
I'm saying is
yeah.
Fantastic Four left the same impact on me as that film, which makes me feel like this is another mid movie. Why the fuck are we even talking about Fantastic Four? Why is it even in the reviews? Why is it even in the news? It was the most mid super. Oh, I'm getting angry.
What about
Go.
Thunderbolts?
It was one of the most mid. What?
No,
about
no,
Thunderbolts?
don't change
'Kay.
subjects. Keep going.
It was just the most mid movie ever. Okay, my problems with it. The movie relies on you caring about the Fantastic Four right at the start because they already established. Superman did the same thing, but Superman is a director that knew how to handle that story. This director gave the most stale fucking characters
Hey,
ever.
I won't. I promise I won't interrupt a
I'm
bunch.
gonna disagree with
but
that.
I just want to add a little caveat to that is that I think you're right. It's dependent on us caring about the characters, but I think because this is the jump off point, and so these characters are supposed to be like
We're over
carrying-
origin stories.
Like we're supposed to be.
We're supposed to
carrying-
just- yep.
But
These-
this was like the introduction to them.
We've
to,
had
like,
their origin story twice already. We don't need it again.
right.
This is the
I would
fourth
have rathered an
reboot,
origin story.
but we don't need it.
I would have rathered it.
We don't. But
You needed
yeah. So if you have an issue with the
it's the
characters,
same thing with Spider-Man: No Way Home.
It's because this is like. But to your point, it should have been its own standalone.
Yep.
And then we should have
Was it
worshipped it. And
Don't
been
worry, I'm
like,
gonna let you go
fuck
off.
Yeah, and been like,
I'm gonna
fuck
let you go
yeah.
off once I'm done. I wanna hear your rebuttal.
But yeah, you're right. Keep going.
Yes. It is the most surface level dialogue I have ever heard in a superhero movie in a while.
They had a lot of bad dialogue. There's
Really
some
bad.
things I was just like,
and I was like,
don't
is it because it's a
fucking
corny
say it.
cartoon style movie or what the fuck?
No,
is
it's just that
Wait,
Marvel. It's just that Marvel. Like,
Hey, are we in danger?
what do
Yes.
you think?
They
I
have
don't know.
They have shit like that. also,
literally
Pedro
a-
Pascal's acting was just like that. There you go. You could have played Reed. That's how he says his fucking lines. What is he when he's on the stand and they're like, he offered a price that was just we couldn't bargain with. Like his dialogue right there, I was just like, I get it. He's supposed to be kind of like sad and scared and like in shock, but his acting was just bad in that scene to me.
You think so?
Yes, I was like, what the fuck is this delivery?
Hold
this,
it, what?
this whole delivery is a dud.
Again, I'm gonna. You know what? I'm just gonna keep interrupting you. But
Go ahead.
So
I would do the same to you.
He's got an issue because on a previous podcast we talked about it. His girl,
His girlfriend does not like, or his girlfriend loves
his
Pedro
girl
Pascal.
loves Pedro, so he's got already.
I
got,
walked
like,
into this
a-
movie ready because I heard this.
Did you take your girl to the movie?
Yes.
My girlfriend loves
And-
Pedro.
This is the best part. My girlfriend, she's never hated Pedro. Every single movie, 30 minutes in, she goes, "You're right. This isn't his best work." Her words exactly. You're watching because you're one of the only watchers of our podcast.
Wait, so she chose you.
Over Pedro.
Aww.
Him in Materialist was not his best.
Yes.
No, him in Wonder Woman, 88 was not his best.
Wonder Woman 88 was like
He was
the
in Wonder
worst
Woman.
movie ever.
Did you notice that he's the main antagonist in Wonder Woman? And you know why you can't notice it? Because he doesn't have his fucking mustache.
I don't even remember
That's
him
one of the
in that
only.
movie.
That's you know why? Because it's the only movie, and I was about to say it's the only movie where Pedro Pascal doesn't have his little fucking Pedro Pascal mustache.
Yeah, that was a bad movie.
And after that movie, it flopped, and he decided I'm not going to take off the fucking mustache for anything anymore. And
Mustache.
what has that? Yeah.
Mustache.
And what is that? And what has that gotten for him?
Mustache.
What has that gotten for him? Nothing but hit after hit.
Greatness.
Greatness, exactly.
I
So-
want to go off of what you were saying about how you're meeting people that didn't like it. So my theater hated Fantastic Four. As a
Really?
whole, we were all hate watching that movie. I made some friends at that theater.
Wow.
The theater I went to, so it came out the Friday it came out.
I saw it Thursday.
I saw it Thursday, at the first showing, and I took my niece Presley.
Did she like it?
She loved it.
See, that movie's for babies.
Well, she's 7.
Yeah, that's
She's
what
not
it's for.
She's not a baby.
That movie is for 7-year-olds.
It was for sure her first actual movie. Every movie I've ever taken her to, or every movie she's ever gone to, it's like, you know, the new Disney or whatever cartoon.
Trolls.
Is this her
or
first
something.
superhero movie?
This is her first.
Okay, I love that for her.
in the theater superhero movie, or actually even movie. You know, and she
What
loved
about
it.
zombies?
There you go. If this was the first superhero movie I've ever seen in my life, then maybe I would have loved
She
it.
loved it. And at the end of the movie, when the movie ended, but the theater was packed, by the way. So it was like a midday on a Thursday, 2:00 or ish, you know, around middle of the day.
Wow, and it was packed.
And it was packed.
My theater was
and
semi.
at the end of the movie, everybody clapped. Wow. And everybody stayed for the after credit scenes all the way to the very last after credit.
You know what I like is you didn't let that impact your review of not really liking it. You weren't brainwashed.
Yeah, no, I noticed.
strong. I'm
I'm like,
easily
oh,
brainwashed.
everybody here is
enjoying it.
clapping. They're having fun.
And you're kind of like,
And my niece, who's 7, she loved it.
did you tell her that you liked it?
Yes. She's right there.
Okay. Right when it started, when Reed and Sue have their first conversation, I was bothered by the dialogue, and I didn't feel their chemistry at all. I don't think Reed Richards had chemistry with any of the family,
Really?
and I know it's because he's supposed to be this smart guy.
Oh, he's the awkward one.
Yeah, he's awkward, he's smart, and his smartness is supposed to get in the way. You know, he's kind of not in the moment. He's focused on his projects, but it just doesn't
He's
seem like
he's never in the moment.
Yeah.
Reed Richards as a character, his whole
focused on
point-
his shit.
Exactly.
But he maintains the whole like romantic, like I love my wife, I love my family, I want to
And
be loved, I would love,
It
love,
doesn't
love.
seem like it.
But at the same time, he's like, I love you.
He had the least chemistry out of the whole fucking.
Really?
family.
But his character is I love you, but you know the algorithm points to we should kill you.
Guys,
Yeah,
I know you guys,
insane.
guys, this might sound crazy, but that is exactly how Reed Richards is in the fucking comics. This guy, he calculates things on a precise level to the point where he doesn't think about emotions first. He's thinking like a fucking
Yeah, he's
calculator.
logical.
That's
Yeah.
all. That is his whole thing. His whole shtick. And so the fact that they were able to embody the fact that he is struggling with trying to keep his family.
This is a good rebuttal.
Yeah,
I didn't
trying
know
to
that.
keep
I
his-
didn't know that's how Reed Richards was supposed to be.
the whole. That,
So Reed Richards sucks.
so the whole thing. No, the whole thing in Marvel Comics is that this Reed Richards, 616 comic Reed Richards, is the only Richards or Reed Richards in the multiverse that gives a fuck about his family. So in the comics, there is a thing. You guys know Rick and Morty, right? You guys watch Rick and Morty?
No,
No, you don't. You never watch
What?
Rick and Morty?
You're trolling.
no, I don't.
It's like one of the most
Well,
famous shows.
You know the Council of the Council of Ricks, right?
Yeah, he's
that
bad boy.
is a
Bad boy.
That's a spoof of the Council of Reeds that Reed Richards has in the comics, and it is exactly how it is
Oh, that's interesting.
with Rick and Morty, where Reed Richards from every other multiverse has discovered, and we find out in this movie too, that there are other multiverses of different universes in our world, and Reed Richards essentially pulls every Reed Richard from every universe to create a council of reeds to stop extraterrestrial level events.
Is that kind of what they were hinting at the Multiverse of Madness, where they were?
Yeah, when you see
the council.
So when you see John Krasinski,
I liked
John
Multiverse of
Krasinski,
Madness.
fucking Reed Richards. Yeah. He's not supposed to be the best Reed Richards. The best Reed Richards in comics is the one that stops thinking about science and actually starts caring about his family, which is the one that we get in this movie. As soon as he starts with him looking at the pregnant version of I was gonna say Vanessa Kirby of Sue Storm, and he's immediately just like, oh, this is my heir. Like, I can see it in his eyes. Mr. Fantastic is finally like, I have someone who will proceed after me. Like,
he's a narcissist.
But will you say that? But there's literally a scene in the movie where he goes, there are a lot of parents that want you to be exactly like how they are. I don't want you to be like me.
Yeah, when he's talking to him and holding him, I thought that was a bittersweet scene. His acting was so terrible. He's telling him,
I'm not a good human, like, to talk and converse and stuff. I'm only good with science and stuff. You can be better than that.
Right, and so, but, like, I think, okay, so I'm gonna talk about, like, they did nail it a little bit with the Reed Richards character when he was.
I think they absolutely nailed it.
When he was, like, you could tell, like, when he was having the conversations where Sue Storm is like, you thought about it,
and he's like, I have,
and he's like, yeah, but
because that could have been better.
But the conclusion,
I think it could have been a little better.
The conclusion is no fucking way. However, I'm lying, and so you could see that in the dialogue where he is like, I would be lying if I said I didn't think about it
and thought of like the outcomes of what that is,
because he's like, that's who I am. I'm
think
a about all of it,
and he even says that I'm somebody who will think of the worst possible situation
I did
or
relate
outcome,
to that
line. So that way it doesn't happen. If I don't think of it right now, then what happens when it does come to fruition and I can't stop it because I didn't think about it?
Yeah.
That was a powerful line that I wish was delivered by a different actor.
Like, I'm not thinking about it as a sense of, hey, we should do this. I'm thinking about it as a sense of, these are all the possible outcomes. You know what? When Doctor Strange literally goes, I've seen like 1,000 outcomes of how this can work. Yeah. That's Reed fucking Richards on a regular day of everything he's doing.
Yeah.
He's thinking of 1,000 outcomes. I'm not even a Fantastic Four guy. He's thinking of 1,000 outcomes.
Not even a Fantastic
But
Four
you
guy.
are a fantastic guy.
Fantastic.
Look, you got us all snapping.
That's right. But he's just thinking of 20 steps ahead of what the situation is.
I had a feeling that was
going to
be everyone's rebuttal for my take on that.
But I love it, though.
It doesn't matter.
I love it, though, because that's so cool.
We got lost in the caveats. I want you to cook.
What I was going to say is, in Pedro's defense, I see him too much in interviews. I see that man too much on Instagram. I don't really see him as any character anymore. I have like a problem seeing him as a character.
That's a funny thing that you say that.
It's the same thing with Timothy Chalamet. I'm like, fuck, you were so good and beautiful boy. And then I watched all your interviews. He was on Theo Von. And now every time I see these people, I'm like, fuck, you're just
You know why you feel that?
You look like you're at a play right now doing a fucking character.
Denzel Washington, for words of advice to Michael B. Jordan, he was talking about how he's on social media. And this is saying true to what you say right now. And Denzel Washington told Michael B. Jordan, get off of Instagram, okay? Why would anyone pay $10 to see you on the weekend when they're watching you for free all week on social media?
Fuck, I like that.
And that's what you're saying. Pedro Pascal is too saturated with everything.
He's too accessible.
To where you can just see him doing anything no matter what.
Sad.
And that
Someone
loses
needs to make a movie about that.
That loses his value as a drawing piece to watching something.
That's kind of like Once Upon a Time
Why
in
am I going to
Hollywood.
watch Pedro Pascal for $20 in this movie when I can just see him on Instagram all day or on TikTok all day for free?
You know who did that really well? Hayden Christensen.
Oh,
so when he came out,
he came back fucking swinging. He didn't.
I like that.
when he came out as Anakin, he was like not accessible. He didn't do interviews.
He didn't do shit.
And he was essentially a no-name guy.
He was.
They talked about that. Like, even the creators talked about that. They were like,
George Lucas purposely picked somebody who isn't.
We don't want like a famous guy because we don't want to have some kind of image already embedded in your mind of who this person is or could be.
That's what happened to me.
Fun fact:
guilty as charged.
Michael Jackson tried becoming the role of Jar Jar Binks. He wanted that role so badly. He even talked to Ahmed Best,
racist.
the guy who ended up being Jar Jar Binks. Because, they're trying to infuse what the character would be. And George Lucas told Michael Jackson, we can't have you as Jar Jar Binks because you are too iconic. Anyone who watches this movie As
We
soon
need
as
a movie
they
about
hear you
this.
or see you as Jar Jar Binks, they're not going to see you as Jar Jar Binks. They're going to see Michael Jackson playing a Star Wars character, which is why he didn't get the role.
You don't have this, though.
But it would also take
You could see
focus
Pedro
away.
as Reed.
You know what? I wanted him to take out that fucking mustache because, that's a Pedro Pascal thing that, like, identifies him. But God damn it, he is Reed Richards.
But are you jealous of his mustache?
I'm not really. I'm not a facial hair guy. I like to shave my face as much as I can.
No, but on other guys. Do you like facial hair?
Just so everybody knows, my mustache only grows in the middle. So if you're ever watching one of these podcasts and I'm just in a point of like either not shaving or growing it out, and you're like, what the fuck, this guy's got a Hitler mustache? It's Groucho Marx, okay? But
It's
just
Charlie
Andrew Schultz
Chaplin.
has the worst mustache.
That's
You
just
see
how
what happens.
That's how it grows.
You see what happens when one fucking guy just ruins a haircut
He
for everybody.
ruined it.
And you know what?
Hitler
he
ruined
wasn't,
my
he wasn't even
mustache.
the first. He wasn't even the first guy to do it.
No,
That sucks.
but he ruined my mustache because my mustache naturally just grows super thick in the middle and like super thin here. So even on camera right now, like I'm like I don't know, a week out, I probably look like I have a Hitler
know what
mustache.
Dude,
right
when you're
now.
doing
You know what that
timestamps
is?
on this podcast, it's going to go Fantastic Four, mustache, Fantastic Four.
You know what this
Hitler.
is? This is the equivalent of I said a joke, but someone else said it louder.
Yeah.
Hitler just said his joke louder with his mustache, and so everyone's like, "That's the Hitler stash."
Yeah,
Poor
right.
Charlie Chaplin
Yeah.
working so goddamn hard, making all those films with that mustache, and everyone goes, "Oh, you're a fucking Nazi with that mustache. Can't even appreciate it anymore." God damn.
Fantastic
Yeah.
Four. I'm going to say that anytime we're going off.
Oh, yeah, sorry. Go. Keep going.
Do you know how you felt? You were telling me how you felt about the new Flash. You said he was too funny. You didn't like the dialogue. You didn't like how they did the new Flash. You were saying in Justice League when you saw how they did Flash.
Did
you were
not like
thinking,
Flash.
That's kind of how I felt about
Johnny
Johnny
Storm?
Storm.
Bro,
He wasn't unfunny.
Ladies and gentlemen, these people have never fucking seen the Fantastic Four. Or
I've
read
seen Fantastic
or know
Four
anything
2005.
Yeah,
I know my.
You watched
if-
the shitty rendition
It
that
doesn't
everyone
matter.
considers
It doesn't matter.
not good.
Doesn't that okay? But how does that showcase the characters in the 2005? Shitty?
Yes.
Really? Well, fuck.
Do you
then
not
I'm
remember?
fucked.
Do you not remember
'Cause
the part
that is
where
how I see Johnny,
Do you not
is
remember
that-
the part where I said those movies are super outdated and they made them like that for a
Okay,
reason?
yeah, I know it looks corny. The CGI looks bad, but the characters
No,
themselves.
I'm not
that's
talking
how
about the CGI. I'm talking about how the characters.
Those are all
act.
shitty versions.
Yes.
I like those shitty versions more than this.
Dude,
Captain America.
All right.
Johnny Storm.
Did you know
was,
that
Johnny-
he's dead?
Dude, Johnny Storm.
That
was
Johnny
literally
Storm is
perfect.
dead. He died in Deadpool.
I'm sorry,
Yeah,
guys.
that's crazy. He's dead.
That's a variant.
Apparently, that is the same.
You can say that about anything. Is that the original Blade? Is that the original Elektra?
We don't
Does
know
the
anymore.
Daredevil and Punisher who died? The original
I
Daredevil
could be a
and
variant
Punisher?
right now.
Hold
Exactly.
on.
That's
Hold
what I'm
on.
saying.
I got an argument for that. I think it is legit. That's the whole point of that, is that those are the originals.
The original ones.
Yeah. So
Right, that's the whole
specifically
point of him
yeah,
returning.
pulled out of their
to his
timelines.
point, that's not Captain America that they find in the void.
I'm not saying that.
It is Johnny Storm from the original.
But
and
there are
he
multiple
gets fucking
universes.
Thank you, Uncle.
Murdered.
Yeah.
And
But there are-
that's where he dies. So I think it officially in the MCU lore.
I love the after credits.
That's
that,
where-
that Johnny Storm is gone.
that Johnny Storm. That's where
So,
he dies.
are you saying that I am not allowed to like those characters from the 2005 because they were done shitty?
No, I'm
Can I
saying-
not call that my Human Torch?
You can call them yours. You just can't call them the definitive right
Fuck,
versions
that's
of them.
that's
is
that's
I'm
that's
saying.
what it felt like. So
Because this Johnny Storm right here, what proved me
Okay.
that he's the Johnny Storm of the comics.
His bug eyes.
Not even just that.
Oh, okay.
I didn't
is-
think he did terrible.
Is the
I haven't
fact
even got
that
into
every
it.
time the opportunity was given to him, he was like, just fucking take me. And that is so Johnny Storm in the comics. Johnny Storm is a smug guy, sarcastic asshole who hangs out with Spider-Man. He's like the foil to Spider-Man.
Yeah.
You know how Spider-Man's like nice and true
Him
to
and
nature?
Spider-Man would be fire together.
No, him and Spider-Man are
Fire.
like best friends in the comics and shit. But Johnny Storm being like a hothead, not even a hothead, but you know, like a very outspoken.
I don't get it.
Like,
I thought
hey, I
is
don't
he
give a
not
fuck.
like as a hot stud player? Is he not that?
No,
That's
but
how I view him.
Yeah. So, but
He
Johnny,
doesn't get girls.
Johnny
gets
Storm.
bitches.
Johnny Storm's
There we go.
The big thing about him, and I think
He got bitches
is
in this though.
the whole point.
What bitch did he get?
The whole point, like, so you have four characters that you're trying to blend this story together. The whole point of Johnny Storm, and I think it holds true to all Fantastic Four franchises, all movies, cartoons, lore, everything. Johnny Storm is the fucking one that, like, out of the four, they're calculating, figuring shit out. You know, Reed Richards has his personality. The Thing has his personality. Susan Storm has his personality. He's the guy that they're in any given moment, they're like, let's figure this out. He's like, fuck you, I'm going to go murder that person.
Johnny Storm.
That's
I love
his.
that. He'd always fly and go try
Yeah,
to do
yeah, yeah.
some shit. When
They're
he's
like,
standing there, and I-
no, Johnny, let's wait. And,
I told my
and
girlfriend he's the
already-
only one that does something.
But
Johnny-
that's
He's a hothead.
yeah.
Johnny in the comics essentially is the glue for the Fantastic Four. There is the Future Foundation. Remember when they reference that the Future Foundation? That is
what?
The Future Foundation.
Future Foundation.
Yeah, they say that I can't remember in the context of the movie, but Sue Storm is like, oh yeah, we've created this foundation called the Future Foundation, and it's essentially gonna help with later generations become better. The Future Foundation in the comics is what happens when Johnny Storm dies because he sacrifices himself
Johnny
to take
Storm
out.
dies?
He dies in the comics to sacrifice himself for like a bug invasion.
He dies
like
in
I said,
Deadpool.
yeah, I can't remember
What does that say,
exactly
Noni?
what
What
it
does that
is.
What's what say?
Your battery is running low.
Keep going. I'll plug it in.
Yeah,
Shit.
so he dies in the comics, and that's what happens with the Future Foundation, and everyone essentially misses the fuck out of him. And what the point I'm trying to make is that Johnny Storm is the glue of the Fantastic Four, and you can even see in this movie, Johnny Storm is cracking jokes with Mr. Fantastic, with his sister Sue Storm.
Yes, sir.
And especially, and this is what I love the most,
Tell
the
me.
Thing and Johnny Storm just being fucking bros.
Yes,
Dude, in the original one,
Yeah.
they always like had them like
kind of
arguing with
hating each other and like breaking
the
each other.
Thing's kind of like, I fucking hate you, Johnny.
Yeah.
But you know, you're still but in this, you actually get
Classic.
the sense. You actually get the sense that they do like bullshit each other. You know, say the thing, and he's like,
Yeah.
shut up, Johnny.
Yeah.
But you can tell like they're just fucking bros.
Yes.
Like they'll just say something like, oh yeah,
Okay.
that's true.
Yeah, the point
Like,
I'm
I
trying
fucking love that shit.
Me
dude.
too, but you can't lie. This isn't that much better corn-wise.
No, it is.
Than the 2005.
No,
a
it
lot?
is. Yeah,
You'd
a lot
say
better.
this Fantastic Four is not corny at all compared to the first one. It has some corn.
But
This
that's
new
the
one,
Fantastic Four. They're in 19.
That's true, you can't escape
They're
the corn.
1950s Americana sci-fi fiction.
That's
or
true.
sci-fi fiction. They're not supposed to be not corny. Their whole shtick is corniness.
One of my favorite banters they have is when they're in the bed and he's like, "You're gonna go out there, right?" And he goes, "No, I'm not going out there." And he goes, "All right, thank you for going out there." And he goes like, "Yeah, I'll
Yeah,
go
they're
out."
just
Yeah,
bullshitters.
I thought that was a good scene. I thought that, and then when Sue
Dude,
pops up
just
and he goes, "I
every-
don't like when you pop up like that, Sue. It's not cool when someone just."
I
spawns."
loved.
That was one of the
fucking-
funnier moments in the
Dude,
movie.
I loved Johnny Storm and the Thing's relationship. Like,
I just think the
they're-
banter was
you
kinda
can
corny
just- you can just tell that
in this
they're like
movie.
this, but like they like to know each other. But they're still like there are even scenes where they're fighting, and there's like a scene where Johnny Storm's about to get hit, and the Thing stops whatever is about to hit Johnny Storm because they're just that in sync. You know what I mean? And there's like a scene.
I
where
do
they
like that you
all-
picked that up. That's cute.
They all eventually help each other out in a fight, and that just brings together
This is
the
a happy
fact.
fan right here.
Yeah, they just bring dude, because just seeing them all together hanging out, that shit's fucking awesome.
Yeah, 100%.
I wasn't even excited for Pedro Pascal as Mr. Fantastic. I didn't want him as Mr. Fantastic. Pedro Pascal plays Pedro Pascal. And with the mustache, he can never not be Pedro Pascal. In this movie, he was fucking Reed Richards. The faces and like the eyes. I don't know what about him with his eyes looking at his baby, or him talking about his children, or just talking about his family. The way you know this is a good Reed Richards, and the way you know this is a good 616 specific Reed Richards, is that
Hold on. 616.
Babies are
616
ruling the world right now. Squid Game
In
and
the-
Fantastic
They're
Four.
823.
no in the Marvel
Same
comics.
plot.
I'm referring to in the Marvel
Will
comics.
they kill the baby?
In the Marvel comics, the main universe in Marvel is 616. It's not like DC where there's Earth 1, Earth 2. The main
Booyaka,
Marvel universe that we follow in the
619.
comics is called 616 in the multiverse of things. The one that we see in the movies called 828 is just a spoof
See, I don't know
of
about all this.
But then
It's
you
just-
watched it.
I don't
it's
know
just a
about
variant.
You know, at the end, they made it 828 because like somebody that worked on the project passed away, and it was like their birthday.
Something
or
probably, or maybe it's the fact that maybe the first Fantastic Four movie that didn't get aired was created during like the 1980s. So maybe 1982 was when it was supposed to come out, or when they started production. So 828. You know what I mean?
Did you dig on the baby?
The
That
CGI,
CGI baby?
corny
Fuck no. You
took
know
me
what,
out of the movie.
dude?
Dude, there was
I
my
will tell you
theater-
though, the CGI for the Thing was perfect.
It was really solid.
Every shot
really
it was.
solid.
Every shot they had on the Thing was good.
Yes.
For the baby, what the fuck were they thinking with that shit, dude?
It seemed
That-
a little.
have you guys ever seen Twilight?
like not?
Have
good.
you guys
The
ever seen
baby?
Twilight?
Yeah.
Have you guys seen
Yeah, the famous,
last one?
infamous CGI baby.
The fake CGI
Yeah.
baby? That's what it looked like.
My theater,
was so bad.
my theater, there were serious scenes of the baby crying, but like he's in the sky because Galactus is holding him.
I
My
couldn't
theater
take
would
that
just
fucking
bust
thing
out
serious.
laughing, and I was like, "Damn it, this is not what the movie is trying to do right now.
I-
we shouldn't be laughing at this baby crying.
we shouldn't.
Galactus is terrifying."
Here's what's funny. So because I fucking watched so many movies, that same day that I watched Fantastic Four, Silver Surfer from back in the day,
All right.
I also watched.
That's a good movie. Don't get me wrong. I'm
But-
not saying it's bad. I'm just saying like compared to like what this is, this.
I don't
is way
think
better.
I don't think it's way better.
I think.
I think it's better. I don't think it's way better. I don't think we've
Maybe
done
I need to
it.
watch it again.
Excuse
Come
me.
on.
Now that I say it out loud, I'm like, maybe it's not.
Daddy's
way better.
talking. Kids need to
Go up.
be
Number one
quiet.
topic.
Father, go ahead.
Listen. So I watched the first Jurassic Park that same day.
That still holds up.
And then went.
That
to-
one does not
and-
hold up.
Hold on.
like it.
And then went to that. The dinosaurs in Jurassic Park 1, 1993.
They look great.
1999, I believe.
No, 93.
The first one?
The first one. It's like 93.
Check it. I need you to fact check that for me.
Yeah,
I
fact-
could have sworn
fact
it was
check.
like
we need a fucking.
Check it up. Look it up. Jurassic Park. My phone's dead.
we need
ladies
to
and
go.
What do I look
gentlemen.
up? What do I look up?
What year
Jurassic
was
Park
the
1.
first Jurassic Park?
It's like
movie?
Jurassic Park 1 release date.
Yeah, it's like
96 at least.
no way. No, this is
June 11, 1993.
1993 dinosaurs
That's
were
God
better.
Damn, that movie's fucking
Were,
old.
were
Holy
better
shit.
than the baby
Would you say
in
that?
2025 Fantastic Four.
Ladies and gentlemen, that's not saying much because those fucking dinosaurs from that movie fucking suck now. So he's not as
Ladies
much as
and
he's giving a
gentlemen.
compliment to Jurassic Park.
Do you think we have
those
ladies
dinosaurs
and
are
gentlemen
not.
watching this or just gentlemen?
Ladies and yeah, no.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Have you checked your
Hey,
analytics?
gay
Have
guys.
you checked the analytics on this podcast? I wonder if we have female or males mainly. Okay, let me rant about more about Joseph Quinn.
yeah, go ahead.
Okay.
You rant? You didn't like Joseph?
No,
Quinn?
no, no, no. This is literally what my notes say. I love Joseph Quinn,
So you did love Joseph.
but even he,
You did
damn,
love
Noni,
Sorry.
could hear that shit in my fucking headphones. Can't hear myself speak. I love Joseph Quinn. Eddie, baby. Thought he was a great Eddie Munson. I love all the fucking memes. He's great. Even he had some lines where.
I think that role got him fucking
Everywhere.
Fantastic
Wait,
Four.
what is-
Yeah,
What was he?
Eddie
He
Munson
was
in Stranger Things.
In Stranger Things, he's a character.
Master!
He's a
and he
big-
actually knows how to play that on
He's
guitar.
a big character
He's
in
a
the
punk
most
rocker.
recent season.
Well, he's a
You
heavy
just
metal
referenced
rocker.
Metallica and said punk rocker.
Yeah, I'm a heavy metal.
Wrong.
Don't do this again. I'm literally wearing
Wrong.
punk in the park.
Oh, Punk in the Park.
Yeah, I'm a
He's
punk
a
rocker.
really
Yes,
big
I am.
character in the
Because I'm a
most
punk rocker.
previous season.
Oh, shout out. So actually, while we're recording this, Vans Warp Tour is going on right now in Long Beach.
Cool.
When you
And-
said that, everyone double tapped. Like, can we get to the Fantastic?
And I'm here
Double
doing
tap,
a
double tap,
podcast
double tap.
about Fantastic Four instead of being there. So
Oh, that's a big
let's
deal.
I'm not
also
punk rock.
let's also shout out the fact that San Diego Comic-Con is going on right now this weekend. This
Oh,
is
that's
the
right.
last day. I just a rant real quick. Not even
My-
rant.
my
Just
Shout
cut-
out Chris
my-
Stuckman.
my cousin Zeke Rivera,
fucking
he's there
awesome.
right now.
Shout out to Zeke. I was
Yeah.
able to score the
Fucking
San
smells
Diego
like
Comic
shit
Con
in here.
exclusive Hasbro Black Series Anakin Skywalker versus Obi-Wan Diorama 2-pack.
You told me
from my
about that
friend.
yesterday.
I'm
Or
really
day
excited
before.
about it. Yeah,
This
It's
is what the
just-
people get mad at when we
it's
go
an
off
action
topic.
figure.
Oh shit! Fuck. Let's get back. Where
So the
where we at?
Sorry, Dad, if
Fantastic
you're watching.
Four.
We just fucking went off topic again. Okay.
The Fantastic.
Joseph
Did you
Quinn.
just apologize to your dad?
Joseph Quinn.
I know.
You,
You
did-
should apologize
You did
to
like him,
me,
or you did
motherfucker.
not like him. You liked him.
There,
You enjoyed it.
there's just a few lines where I went really like, but not even just from Joseph Quinn, from all of them. There was just a few like, okay, that was like literally like really bad.
It's just Marvel, though.
It
You know
was
what I mean?
really,
It's
like-
just Marvel writing.
you know he's standing right behind me, isn't he? The classic corny line everyone
Type
makes
shit.
fun of. He kind of had that with the surfboard.
He had that.
Is
with,
the surfboard attached to your body or not? And then later when he finds out,
The
not
surfboard
attached to the body. Check.
Important
I went,
fact.
What the?
The
fuck?
surfboard is not a part of the body.
Yeah, that shit was corny as fuck. And you guys could have given him way back. I literally, I just
You
think
know
there
what?
was better jokes in the 2005.
No, I feel the same thing because there's a scene where they're going to Galactus and the thing is like, "Oh, Johnny, your girlfriend is coming back." Shut up with that
And
shit.
I love
like,
Marvel humor.
Stop with that.
I'm a
shit.
fan of Thor Ragnarok, and I know some people were like, "What? That's the worst."
Wait. So but I think we all agree. Like that was a pretty funny line when he was taking him and he was the torch was taking him and he was like, "Say it."
yeah, that was
Yeah,
fun.
yeah,
That's
That's fun. That's fun when.
But
They
that
should've
was
had more of that.
But when
that
there's
was
like
That's why they put that in the trailer because
but-
don't make a joke.
Yeah. So that was in the trailer because that was the best joke.
Yeah, unfortunately.
Right?
They always do that for every movie. Whatever best joke they have, they put it in the trailer, and it's just like, can you just let me like watch?
They
that?
shouldn't put that in the trailer
No, they should've
because
saved that.
yeah,
That
because then
would've
we
been
would
funnier.
we'd have been like, oh yeah.
That would have been like a conversation after the movie, but they put it pre-hence to start a conversation instead of just it genuinely being a conversation.
And then it you knew what was happening because there was the scene where he's walking down the street and they're like, "Say it," and he's like, "That's not a
For
thing."
the cartoons,
I don't,
man.
Yeah, I don't.
I do
see
like
that.
when the
Which-
thing lifts up the car for the kids, and the kids are like, "Now throw it." I thought that was funny. I thought. That
And then he
a
was
funny
like,
joke.
"Oh, I'm gonna throw it at
teasing
you
them.
guys."
That was a cute little. Okay, like Incredibles.
That's
like,
fun.
And you know
whatever.
what though?
That's a fun
I
thing.
do have an issue with the thing. I think the CGI was good. I
CGI
think
was great.
Yeah, I think they did a good
The
job.
sound effects
He
too.
was
Every
the-
time he was like,
but I think his shape could have
Oh,
been.
that's not what I
his
thought.
shape.
I think his shape was just
What?
too.
Are we body shaming on this
yes,
podcast right now?
So totally body shaming. He was
too big or not big enough?
He reminded me of like a fucking Minecraft character. Like he was just too square and like perfectly like symmetrically like a square.
that's
Like
the
I
thing.
feel like he should have been more like anatomically correct with like
What?
you know that whole like
Nitpicker.
If we got
Small-
anatomically
That
correct
sounded like a
things,
slur.
Sonic the Hedgehog would
You
not be
nitpicker.
the best fucking trilogy it is right now.
So like they did CGI for this one for the thing, but like the old, you know,
Is that
the
makeup?
commish? What's his name? Michael Chiklis that did the
You know
did the
what's-
thing before. He was he was in a costume and makeup or whatever.
You know what's funny that you say that? So it's not Michael Chiklis, but so the original thing. There was a movie that was supposed to be made in the 90s or the 80s that was supposed to be made, but the people who made it kind of just like wrote off for tax reasons, and so they produced the movie, and they just never like got it out because they were kind of using it as a leverage to be like, hey, we're gonna make this movie if you
it's
don't
not
do this.
fair that you know more like this stuff.
But the point I'm trying to
is
make,
our podcast.
the point I'm trying to make is the original thing who played that, or it could either be him or the thing from the 2005 movies. They make an appearance in this movie. Did you guys catch that?
What?
No.
No.
You guys didn't catch that, huh? There's a scene where they're like
We
panning-
did not catch the thing that we did not know.
They pan to, like the civilians, and one of the civilians in a hat is the original thing from either the original movie or from the 2005 Fantastic Four movie.
That's
you guys
fire.
just
That's
can't-
fire. That's fire.
didn't
I
catch it.
immediately saw him as soon as I saw him. I was like, "That's the original fucking thing." What the
Oh,
heck?
so it's Michael Chiklis.
Yeah, it's I'm pretty sure it's Michael
Google this?
Chiklis.
Did you Google this?
No, I just saw him there, and I was like, "That's fucking Michael Chiklis."
Google it just in case you're wrong.
Go ahead, look it up. My phone's dead. Look it up.
He's the commish. but
I'll
he-
take your word.
But so like what they did with him, like right, so all the scenes with him and the banter between him and
Johnny.
Captain America were like, you know,
It's not Captain America though.
I'm sorry, I'm saying
It's
Captain
the guy from
America.
Stranger Things.
Yeah.
This is music.
Well, no, but I'm talking about like the
Musica.
Michael Chiklis character when he's with Chris Evans.
Oh, okay.
Right. So like in the movies with
Johnny,
Michael Chiklis
Johnny.
and Chris Evans, where they're doing like there's
banter.
that whole like montage where they're like bored as fuck and they're just like playing pranks on each other and he's like, "Arr." So like that whole like you know that whole like idea of them two being like, you know, I love you but like you're my brother, like annoying, you know, kind of thing.
was
Like that was
cute.
dope. But what was happening there was no CGI. It was an actual character doing his thing, you know. This being CGI, I thought it was good CGI.
Very.
So it was believable.
It's great.
It wasn't like, oh, this is CGI, it's great. So but they still they really
but-
made him like really square, you know? That I feel
They
like
made him comic accurate.
yeah, and I think like but it could have been just a little better with like I think like obviously like bigger
he's
arms, you know?
perfect to me.
So like the one that maybe didn't do so good with Michael B. Jordan, that version,
I think is literally just like the Hulk but rock.
right? So
But
I
the
think
thing
that
is
was a
not the
little bit-
Rock. Or the thing is not the Hulk.
But I think the shape of that was just a little bit better.
No, that in the comics he's more or less that size.
I thought the thing looked great. I have no.
And
idea.
I
I
love
am
him.
body shaming.
That was
because,
really
like,
good CGI. I
think
the
out of
shot
all
when he's
the
walking
things-
with the hat in New York down the
Dude, I fucking love that
Same
shit.
shot?
You know what that reminds me of? It reminds me of the Ninja Turtles. It reminds me of the
Oh,
Ninja Turtles
good
when
one.
they put
Yeah,
on their
good
disguises
one. Yeah,
and
yeah,
they're
yeah.
just big
Yeah.
ass turtles and
That's
they're
totally a good
Oh,
comparison.
They're
like
good?
the one Ninja Turtle movies but the old school one.
Yeah,
where-
the original ones.
Where Raphael was like trying to.
and he wears his hat. He goes out to
And
in
he's
the
being
city.
like a New
he's trying to hang
Yorker.
out.
Yeah.
But because he wants to socialize and stuff, but he can't
Yeah.
because he's
Oh
a
yeah,
fucking turtle.
Little nitpick too of that scene. That's the scene where he finds out like they're talking shit. The fans, like the people that love them outside, and he goes inside and
Yeah.
he's like,
So the point
it's
is that the
chaos
thing,
out there.
the
It's
thi-
one fucking dude
No.
that told you something.
The point-
the fuck do you mean it's chaos out there?
the
Show
point
us
is that they're
chaos.
trying to make is that while everyone in the Fantastic Four, you know, they're in high levels of doing stuff. You know, they're doing magazines or they're always following paparazzi. The Thing is the guy who's always on the streets talking to the New Yorkers.
To the kids.
Not even just the kids, just the normal people, the day-to-day people that are like.
You explained it. So
that's
that makes them realize, oh, if one person hates me, everyone must hate me.
Not even just
because
that, but
everyone loves
that's
me.
just the point that they're trying to make. That like when the Thing hears somebody talking shit, it's probably
real.
because
It's real. It's real now.
Because he's the guy who like hangs out with
I
all
like
the people
that.
who hear what's going
I
on.
like
with
that.
Fantastic
That made me
Four
understand.
with the people.
I like that.
You know
So
what
he's going back to the Fantastic Four, being like, "Hey, the people are mad about this. They don't like this."
You know
I
what?
like
I did actually really love the whole blind chick girlfriend in the previous.
Yeah, they don't have that
movies.
in this one.
They don't have that in this one. But
That
it
girl
did-
from that lady that he's supposed to have like a love interest with, the Jewish
We go off
church
topic
lady.
so much, I'm
she's
writing down
from
shit.
she's from Orange Is the New Black, and I don't get why she's even in this movie.
No, but I'm saying like the whole when the Thing, Michael Chiklis thing, and he had the blind
That was a
girlfriend.
good contrasting.
I loved that. That was like his like
It's-
grounding of.
It's
like,
a part of his struggle. The fact that he
yeah.
can't find somebody who can appreciate him for who he is, so
But
he finds a blind lady
he
who
falls in love with a blind lady,
falls in
and
love
she
with him.
loves
That's beautiful.
him.
Yeah, because
That is beautiful.
she literally can't see, so all she can
That's some
physically
shallow
get
house
from
shit.
him.
But I
Yeah,
think
exactly.
I think they kind of missed out on like an opportunity there
I
because
think-
they should have like a really good like sex scene between the Thing and the blind black girl.
The Thing and what's her name?
Yeah, it's a shame that they made the black girl
Yes.
a ginger in this.
The
one.
Thing and that girl in this movie, by the way, go nowhere. That plot
Well,
goes nowhere.
in
We
this-
get 2 scenes of them talking for that story to literally.
Because I
go
feel like
nowhere.
in this adaptation, in the original, not in the original one, but the one with Chris Evans, in that adaptation, I think the Thing is supposed to be like, hey, I'm not happy with what I am. And like, I'm visibly.
This one seemed confident.
No, this one, in this one, it's kind of like.
he's even shaving his beard.
No,
and shit.
I like this one because in this one, it's kind of like Reed Richards is like, I'm sorry this happens to you. Like, this is my fault. And he's like, dude, it's fine. This is life.
Yeah.
You know, I'm still living my life. I still get up. I still shave. I still eat.
I still fuck.
Yeah, exactly. You know what I mean? Like, it's fine.
Could
It's
you
not
imagine
your
being
fault.
fucked by the Thing?
And I like this thing.
You think the Thing's thing is big?
Probably. I would assume so.
I think it is ribbed
No.
for her pleasure.
No, what you should. That's a stupid fucking question. What you should be asking is it circumcised?
I just
Because
had-
he is
dude,
Jewish.
I just had this conversation.
He is a
with
Jewish man.
Dude, shout out to the homie Woody. We talked about it.
Woody?
We talked about it
Woody.
last night. Anyway, he was
that
telling me
is
he's
ironic.
not circumcised, and he went in this big old fucking thing about.
Okay, don't out your friend like that.
He didn't say the name.
Should I cut
Oh,
that?
you said Woody.
No, don't cut it.
You're gonna leave it in.
Hey, he didn't cut it.
He actually going
Oh,
to he wants to come on the podcast and talk about it. But we were talking about it. And
This dude is insane, and I love him, and I want to meet him.
he's not circumcised. And
Could that be a sex podcast?
And he said that he's
You hear it here, ladies and
he's
gentlemen.
done
Woody is not circumcised.
He's done all the research, and he's like, yeah, this is the better version of it.
Oh wow.
Like you have more sensitivity, you have more pleasure,
Oh,
you have
wow.
more everything.
My friend
and,
Rex was telling me
and
about
the whole like the whole like
It's out our
false.
friends.
should I
thing.
speak about this? Because I am also an uncircumcised.
You're
man.
not circumcised?
I'm not circumcised.
That's gross.
Well, you can't speak about it because
Should I speak about it?
You
Should I?
shouldn't speak about
you're
it.
going to talk about what feels good.
I don't want to talk about your wiener because you're dating my daughter.
That's what I was going to say.
I'm
So
gonna
it-
pull.
Oh, it
the-
feels
I'm gonna
so
pull,
good.
I'm gonna pull the Zack Snyder Man of Steel Superman dad, where I'm just like,
Okay.
No. We're really getting off topic here. Can we
the Fantastic Four.
go?
The Fantastic
This
Four.
was like 21
Hey,
Jump Street when he finds
The
out
Fantastic-
Schmidt's fucking the captain's daughter.
The Fantastic Four skin.
Fantastic. Okay.
Oh no, there was a post. Somebody posted that it was an
It was
actual.
Fantastic Foreskin.
No, it was a literal post that they were like talking about how Fortnite came out with Fantastic Four skins.
And everyone's like, I
And
love the new Fantastic Four
No,
skins.
but it was in the headline of the thing. It was like Fantastic Four skins, and like people were posting, and they were like, "The what?"
I want to see Mrs. Incredible Invisible Woman's foreskin.
We were.
do you think Miss Reed stretches in her?
Fuck yeah.
Do you think when
she
he's
did.
fingering her, he gets?
No.
He's like this. He's like, is that not enough?
Oh,
Yeah, I
I'm
think
small.
that kind
Oh,
of
watch me, bitch.
yeah.
That's the cool thing
definitely-
about Reed
fired.
Richards.
It definitely kind of shows your guys' ignorance on like what it takes to please as a woman because deeper isn't better.
Speak for
First
your
of all-
own experiences. Deeper
all,
can. Okay, yeah.
I don't want to talk about this.
Yeah, because you bought them out pretty quick, and they're like, "Ow," and it's like not fun.
Yeah, that can happen.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but with Mr. Fantastic, it's not even about length. It's
not about the size. It's about the.
No, I was gonna say it's about girth. Also, he can make any shape he wants.
He would go girth before he would go length.
You think so?
Yeah, for sure.
Girth
For a woman, yeah.
Did you see that comment we got on TikTok when we were talking about 28 years later and how the fucking zombies and all that? We were like,
Yeah.
how the fuck? One person commented, "Bro, you guys are just being crude." I was like, "Fuck, is that what we're doing right now? Are we losing?"
Oh, yeah, we're kind of getting.
And
off
Yeah, we're
topic
kinda
here.
getting-
This is where everyone's like, and that's enough internet for
Yeah.
the day. I'm gonna go shut off YouTube now.
He was like, you guys are wrong. The zombie they gave birth this way, and also you guys are being crude. He like went off. I
Dear,
was like, "Fuck."
dear Zion and Anthony podcast, this is factually incorrect because
Yeah. So I'm looking out for you in case you found our clip again. Let me not. Okay. What cast is hotter? 2005 or 2025?
I'm not gonna lie,
2005.
2005 is
Yes,
pretty fucking hot.
sir.
Hold on a second.
We got
Do you guys not
Chris
remember-
Evans.
Do you guys
No,
remember
look
Mr.
at-
Fantastic from
This
2005?
This is the
That's a fucking hand.
no,
What happened to that guy?
dude. This is the most
He was
gay
at the premiere.
premise. You're
He-
like,
he was
who's
at the premiere.
hotter, them or them? You're not talking about the girls. You're talking about the guys.
I hate that you knew my
because
brain.
there's
I hate
only
that you knew my brain.
Do we
This is
forget that the
super gay.
Fantastic Four is 3 men?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're talking about the fucking guys. We're not talking about Mrs.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
We're talking about Sue or the other Sue.
I don't give a fuck about Mrs.
Who is hotter Sue wise?
I
I feel like fuck.
Dude, I don't
It's all
know-
up to if
I don't
you like
know
blondes.
because
You like blondes, right?
Vanessa
Obviously.
Kirby, I'm not gonna lie, she was making me feel some type of way during
Oh
this movie.
shit! Hey, you
Allie?
She was.
yeah, I was gonna say.
She when we see this together, she's probably gonna feel the same.
This is why you didn't watch it
along
with her.
Pedro Pascal. But like Vanessa Kirby, when she was talking, you know what? When Vanessa Kirby was giving birth, I was kind of like,
Yo, this is Julian.
I was a little chode up.
Well,
I'm not gonna lie.
well, I mean, honestly, that's
She's
in
a very
in
pretty
his
woman.
defense. When they show images of a girl's face while they're giving birth, it's very similar.
Yeah,
I'm able to separate.
To be
it,
fair,
and that's coming from me.
To
No,
be
I'm
fair-
saying, like, if you didn't
no.
know the context, if you didn't know, like, a woman
If you
was
turned
giving
on the
birth,
movie and
and it was just the face, and the girl was just making those faces.
Not even just that.
I feel like one is.
you know what it is? You know what it is? The
No, I
director.
don't know what you're doing while you fucking.
The director
But
was
that's the
probably
face
like,
that happens.
no. The director was probably like, can you make
I
a
should
more
aim
sexy
for that
face?
second one. If they're not doing the second one, you're doing it wrong.
You
The
did it
director
wrong.
was probably telling her, you need to make a more sexier face. But I'm giving birth. I know, but like, we needed to be more sexy.
So which one?
'Cause-
you're going with the new girl.
Wait, is it
I don't know.
Jessica
Jessica Alba.
Alba?
She looks
so
great.
Jessica Alba.
Versus-
There's a scene where she's even
Vanessa
naked and Reed
Kirby.
walks in on her and she goes
Vanessa-
invisible. It's
Vanessa
like,
Kirby.
ooh.
Okay,
As
Vanessa
a kid, that shit made me
Kirby.
That's
horny.
hard, dude.
So did they name the little robot after her?
I was gonna ask that earlier. but I
Herbie?
forgot.
Is it Herbie or Kirby?
It's Herbie.
It's Herbie.
It's Kirby. No, Herbie.
Her name is Kirby.
Her name is Kirby. Like the creator of the Fantastic Four, Jack Kirby. Which, guys, another fucking awesome thing that happens in the movie. I don't know
Tell
if you
'em.
guys notice it, but when the Silver Surfer is coming down, there's a shot where there's like a guy.
Hold on.
What happened?
There's a scene where the Silver Surfer is coming.
I was
There
like,
is.
who's gonna do it?
Speaking
And
of
you did it.
Speaking of which, the Silver Surfer also man.
Go back to your point.
Johnny Storm
No,
is
keep
Johnny
going.
Storm is onto something with that.
Go back to
shit,
Julian. Go
because-
back to your point.
Go back to your
God
point.
Damn. Every time she was just full body shots, I was like, whew. God damn, fuck.
You were horny in this movie, boy.
Did you not see the Silver Surfer?
I thought she was okay.
No, dude. Every time she was like picking up, you saw her stomach. I was like,
I'm mad she didn't cut it for me because I like sexualizing my CGI.
Well, I-
Why did they go girl for that one?
so
okay, say that
it's
different.
just because.
People are gonna get mad at the way you
No,
do
I'm
it.
just
It's
curious.
not. It's
Why
just
did
that
was
in-
it a woke thing? Like,
No,
let's make it
it's
a girl.
just that
or
in-
was there
in the
is
multiverse-
There, is there a universe?
Yes, in the multiverse of the Marvel universe, there is a female Silver Surfer, the Herald of Galactus, and it's what's her name? It's the lady that they name the 616 Silver Surfer is Norrin Rad. This is not
Right.
Norrin Rad, but this isn't 616 Earth. This
Ooh,
is 828.
And so this is actually good because, again, like we talked about on the Superman podcast, that will come out before this, is that I was unaware that there were multiple Green Lanterns.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
This is there are multiple Silver Surfers,
So when I
but in the
saw the
sense of
Silver
multiverse.
Surfer, if I saw the Silver Surfer as a girl, I was like, hey, it's not Silver Surfer. But
it's not the
It's
same.
a different.
Yeah, it's not the same with
It's-
Green
but,
Lantern.
But it is so it sticks to the story.
I think-
it sticks to the lore of the idea. Like this is me talking to my 7-year-old niece that we went and saw it, and we were talking about it,
Yeah.
and I was like, yeah, the Silver Surfer. The whole storyline is the same. It's the idea that they're being
taken from their planet.
Oh, that was her first
They
Silver
become
Surfer.
the Herald
Yeah,
of Galactus to save it.
Yeah,
And they become the conqueror
because
world.
so when I asked her, outside of we were just having a conversation, I was like, "Who was your favorite?" And she was like, "It was kind of the Silver Surfer."
Cool.
And but
That's fucking cool.
and
She does have a
and-
powerful moment at the end.
She
and
is.
the
She's
reason
badass.
She does.
my 7-year-old is her reasoning is she was like, she was like the bad guy, but then she comes and saves the day. And I'm like, yeah, that is the point of the Silver Surfer. So
Yes.
regardless if you go, the
Female, male.
male, female, or the 2005,
Their outcome is the same.
It's the outcome of
That's the story
Right,
of Silver
she-
Surfer.
We all saw that coming, right?
but we all have to. We all
Yes.
know
Cartoon, yeah.
the idea
Absolutely.
that there's like they cut. I'm going to destroy your
Dude.
world is marked for death.
No, but can we
it's
talk
like,
about how the fuck she had the coldest fucking she had the hardest line in the movie
Say
where
it.
she goes, "I herald his beginning, I herald your end,
Yeah.
I herald Galactus."
Yeah.
And that shit fucking
Isn't
it
that
gave
her
me
first?
goosebumps.
Isn't that her first line? In the
No,
movie?
it's her coming. Your planet is marked for death.
Yeah.
Get ready, mourn, and be
You
happy with
actually
what
knew the
you
first
have.
line. I like that.
No, she comes in fucking full scale like this. Are you the protectors of this world?
Your guys'
Stop.
Earth is
it's
fucked.
done.
Okay, but so then, right? So
Uh-huh.
take that through fruition, right? It's like it gets to the point where she's like, "Oh, I feel so bad. I'm
It's because Johnny Storm
but I'm
gives her an
I'm,
epiphany.
I'm murdering all these people just to protect my world." So it's
She
not
didn't care.
It's not the same thing as like when you talk about there's like the scenes where
I want to hug you guys, but we're on a podcast. I want to fucking.
you guys are welcome to hang. So anyway, but the whole concept of like you think about the scene in
I don't know these people.
Endgame or is either Endgame or Infinity War where that one fucking cunt of a fucking piece of shit dude that is with he's the guy that's like
Oh, you're talking about Red Skull. You're talking about
no. I'm talking about that one dude where he was like he's talking about Thanos and he's like telling the people that he's murdering. He's like, "Oh, cherish this."
You're thinking of Ebony. No, not Ebony Claw. Yes.
Well, he's
Ebony
but-
Claw,
but
where
he-
he's telling you be
he's-
thankful and grateful
be
that you
thankful
are able
and grateful
to.
because you are in like your.
I don't remember
death,
this at all.
Your
remember?
death.
She's talking about
Is-
Ebony
And
Claw.
Infinity War is my favorite. Is this Infinity War or Endgame?
It's
It's an Infinity War or Endgame.
It's the scrawny alien.
Where are you going? It's Ebony Maw. It's the scene where he's taking over Thor's ship and he's telling him, rejoice in the fact that your deaths will become the
All
outcome
you gotta
of
say was Thor
Thanos'
ship.
rule.
All you gotta say was Thor
Yeah.
ship. Now I fucking
Yeah.
And he's
Right.
telling him like this isn't
Infinity War.
a bad thing. This is a
One of my
merciful
favorites.
death. This
If
is
either
what
one of you want to chime in,
When you said Red Skull, I
microphone's
instantly remembered
live.
the scene.
I thought
Doesn't
he
Red
was
Skull
talking
come
about
out when
Red Skull, that's
Hawkeye and what's her name are about to die?
yes.
Yeah,
But
that's what
you're
my brain
talking
went to
about
that.
when
But
Ebony
that's-
Maw
so-
is essentially confirming them like this is going towards a good cause.
So when he's doing this real weird like it's
Very
all
cult-like
good, real
thing.
super cold. This wasn't that.
No.
She was like literally like
Preparing you for death.
but in a sense she was just like this is a greater good blah blah blah.
It wasn't even a greater good. It's just kind of like
but in her mind it was a greater good because it was saving her
When you
planet.
lift up your arms, I want to tickle you.
Chicka
Are you
chicka.
tickling?
So then
yeah, she's saving
Hey!
her planet.
Got him.
But I think she forgot that she was doing that.
But
'cause
that speech, that original speech, right when she comes down,
I fucking
and she's
love
like,
that
"Your
speech.
planet is marked for death."
Shit's
it
sick.
reminded me of
that.
the dude that was like, hey,
Well, because in a sense, Ebony Maw
it's
and
about
Silver
comparison.
Surfer, they're the heralds of Thanos and Galactus. They're the guys
Right.
that they send to go, hey, take care of this for me.
Let's talk
You're
about
gonna get this
Galactus.
shit done."
I feel like people who are watching this want us to talk about
Galactus-
let's talk about Galactus.
Was cool. He was not as exciting as I hope it was. My girlfriend's here. Can you not be right here? Because I don't want to spoil
You should
anything
tell her what
for
we
you.
were just talking about.
Yeah, no.
She's going to hear the worst of the worst. Have you guys watched Fantastic Four? Okay.
Hey.
No. Be prepared.
How did we feel about
We
his
were-
look?
We were talking about spoilers and stuff.
About Galactus' look? How'd you feel?
I loved it.
how did
It was
you feel
fucking-
about-
It was awesome. The only thing I don't like is that okay. So
Keep going.
with
Make sure those
visually
nostrils get out.
storytelling, they could have done a lot more. With the Galactus, it's too CGI. Like I liked Galactus. I liked the posingness that he had.
Well, how do you
I-
do Galactus without CGI?
You do it the way they did it with fucking Star Wars. Is that you take
Okay.
mini scale shit and you film that, because that right there gives you a sense of scale. When you see the Death Star come out and you see the ships under it, you get that sense of scale, like, oh, this is a big fucking ship. In the very first scene, sorry guys, in the very first scene of Star Wars Episode 4, A New Hope, you see the Tantive 4 or Tantive 5 get shadowed by the Death Star's fucking shadow, just implicating that this ship is far more bigger and superior than this small vessel.
This is a
They
valid
should have
take.
done a thing where Galactus in live action comes out of like a shadow,
standing.
and it's
Ladies
like
and gentlemen.
it's like a ground camera scene, and you kind of just see him pull up, and you can feel like the skin, and you can feel the whole.
You could feel the presence.
Yes, you can feel the presence of him coming out of like this warm black fog. Like I just
you know
feel
what's
like
interesting?
they
You're
really
describing this, and
fucked
this is
it
how
up.
people felt about Galactus. If you look at reviews, everyone's like, "Oh my god, you could feel Galactus."
No, they didn't do it. Like
Yeah, I
it's
don't
too
think-
CGI.
That
I
was
look at
overhyped, right?
I look at it and I go, "This
Yeah,
is
he-
CGI." I want to see I want to see a guy in a suit come out and I want to go, "Oh, that's a 2 million foot tall man." You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's what.
Instead, I see that's a 2 million foot tall CGI character.
Yeah, so that's where I got a little lost, and this is maybe
Yeah.
some of my pettiness or whatever, but
That's not even pettiness.
but I got a little lost in the idea of, because I feel like when they were like, "Oh, this is Galactus," and then they show like the imagery of like him and his ship, and he's annihilating a planet,
sitting
and, like,
down and shit.
and then his like, what is his scale of his size?
Exactly.
I don't think it was really matched.
didn't.
To the point where we understood how big he was, and then they put him on the planet.
and that fucked up even more.
Yeah,
huh?
and then you're like, wait, that's how.
So
he's only that
in
big.
the comics,
It
that's
fucks you up.
In the comics, that's okay because
He's like the same size as
Galactus,
Ant-Man when he gets big.
But that's fine though, because in
Right.
the comics,
Big Ant-Man
Galactus-
versus Galactus. Is that coming in
because
Doomsday?
he can fluctuate his size depending, because the whole point is that he's so big that he literally eats planets. He literally like consumes them.
They
In
make
this,
no.
They make
but
him
in
out
this,
to be.
he does not do that.
Yeah, well, okay, so maybe in the lore,
In the lore, he's literally
but
the
in
size.
the movie,
It's always the lore
it's the
with the
ship.
Yeah, it's the ship that kind of like breaks it down
the
and he
ship that's in it.
absorbs energy
So-
like
and
that.
he's in the ship. But
No,
when they
literally-
put him like realistically as like on the planet, and they were like, okay, but even then, I was a little taken back because they were like, okay, here he is, and he's here, and we're gonna put him here
Right.
because we're gonna
because we're
we're gonna
gonna
fuck him up.
teleport him out of here. And
But then when he lands, I'm like, oh,
he kind of like just like jumped into the water, huh?
that's how big he is.
What they had to do.
We were like girls hearing about how big like a dude's dick is, and then we saw the dick,
and
we
you're
were
like,
And I
oh,
was like, But then, even then, so another thing that kind of took me out of it, and I don't know if anybody else agrees with me, but like it was like they had that final teleportation fucking device,
And he's like-
but it was like it was set up in like in a
triangular-
triangular area,
Right.
and
it was
so
in the middle of town square of New
so
York.
so when he lands and you see him, he's definitely
big.
not as big as you thought he was, but he's definitely way bigger than what fits in that fucking triangle.
Oh my God.
So you're like,
I
how
wrote that
the
down in my
fuck-
notes.
Yeah,
I was
how
about
the
to critique about that.
How the fuck are they putting him in
I
that
will
triangle?
say-
So then in the
That's what I wrote in my notes.
So
yes.
then in the scene when they put him in that triangle,
You're
you're
like, what
still
the
kind of going,
fuck?
wait, that
Yeah.
doesn't relate.
And for him to
figured
be the
that?
scariest dude alive, he's being really nice. He's not stepping on any of the fucking buildings.
To be fair-
he's walking
no.
perfectly in the middle.
To be fair, that's how he is. So
It's kind of insane.
in the comics, Galactus does not want to devour planets.
Oh,
Like,
he's not this fucking.
No, he is the
Hold
thing.
on a second.
Yeah,
Go on that.
Exactly. The thing is that in the comics, Galactus, he doesn't like devouring planets.
He just wants the baby.
No, he has to.
Oh.
Because if he doesn't, he'll fucking die. And
Oh,
so his
wow.
whole thing is that
But-
he has to go to planets, so he
Why
sends
does he
Silver
want the
Surfer.
baby?
So in this,
he's the most powerful baby
so in
of
this,
all time.
So now we're getting to the meats and potatoes of what this is. Franklin Richards in the comics is
Hype.
an Omega level being.
Right.
He
We all know that.
controls. He has, and they reference this in the movie. He has the power cosmic, which is essentially. I can't even describe this guy. This kid can literally change the universe with the thought of his fucking brain if he wanted to.
Hold on though. Let me
This
let me
kid-
just.
I'm gonna give you. Wait. Let me just give you an example.
Okay, go.
In the comics, Franklin Richards, as a child, as maybe like a 5-year-old, creates a pocket universe in a book because he's fucking bored.
Oh
and he
goddamn!
keeps on
Pocket
creating
universe,
it.
I'm
Superman.
over,
A
I'm over the universe pocket
No,
shit.
but it's
multiverse.
Franklin Richards is a very He's like the most powerful being in the Marvel universe.
Yeah, I get the point.
So the point is that what Galactus was trying to do, or at least what I'm assuming, is that he wanted to devour or eat him so that way he can quench his hunger
and not have to go.
and not have to continue to go planet to planet to eat anymore.
He was doing
But
a
at the same
good deed
time-
in the end.
Yeah,
I guess.
Well, no,
Only
but
in the good deed in the sense of like,
but
hey, it'll stop me from fucking up more shit, but like it's gonna fuck up your world.
that's all.
Sorry, I did like that scene when they're all like, "Are we safe?"
And he's like,
And he's
I
like,
don't know.
I don't know, and they're like, "You don't know." I think they literally have
No,
something.
I love that because they're like, what the fuck do you
Yeah,
mean?
wait,
Because
what the fuck you mean we're safe?
this
And then they all
world-
turn on them.
This,
That was
this world has been
interesting.
reliant on the Fantastic
Fantastic
Four
Four.
solving
They're these
their
good
issues.
people, yeah.
So finally, they're like, okay, well, are we okay? And the guy who literally solves all the problem is
Is
going,
like,
I don't know.
Don't know.
And they're literally going, oh,
That felt good to the
that's
scene.
concerning.
To the scene in Endgame, I think, when he asked Doctor Strange, like, "How do we get out of this?" And Doctor Strange goes, like, "There's like only
There's like one chance out of a million.
which is so good.
No,
I want to rewatch
you-
Endgame.
You guys all touched upon it. That's actually like we talked about earlier, where I said that was a pretty profound scene.
You didn't like
when
that?
when
You didn't like that?
when
Galactus?
Captain Reed Richards is like, I don't know.
I like
Well,
that.
he is Captain
But the-
Fantastic, isn't he?
but-
Or is he
Yeah.
just Mr. Fantastic?
He's Mr. Fantastic.
Oh, you can't call him Captain then. Sorry.
Captain
Although
Fantastic
it is saying that he will be leading. He will be leading the Avengers in the next movie. Mr. Fantastic.
That's
They
what-
don't know. They don't know.
That's
No,
what
he
They
will.
don't know.
They
No,
confirmed.
they don't know.
That's
They
what
didn't
pisses
confirm
me off
it.
the most. Is I'll get to
Oh,
that later.
here's
Say
an-
what you were about to say, dude. Profound.
No, okay, but here's another one that I don't think anybody's talking about.
Which is?
that it's all on Reddit and fucking.
I'm
all
on
these
Reddit. What is
bullshit-
it?
Is
I
that
read its pussies.
so? When
You're not.
You
a
are
pussy.
what you eat.
when they had the after credits, super spoiler. Everybody who's fucking watching, super spoiler, right? The after credit scene, the very first one is Doctor Doom.
Dude, that was fucking
Fucking-
awesome.
Yeah, right. He's meeting the baby, and
You
he's
thought
like,
that after credit scene was awesome?
Dude,
Here's-
yes,
here's
it's
the-
Dr. fucking Doom.
"Here's
It
the
was shot like
here's the controversy.
so corny.
Here's the controversy. Don't know if it's legit or whatever, but just so everybody knows and put it out there, is the idea that this whole thing has been a ruse, and the whole like bringing Robert Downey Jr. out and being like Doctor Doom.
Uh-huh.
He's not- he's not actually Doctor Doom.
Okay.
They're actually going to introduce a
different-
different
Yeah, I
Doctor
heard about
Doom.
that. I heard about that.
That would be
That's
fucking
why
awesome.
that's why in the after credit
Pinching
scene,
my
Something
nipple
to do
just
with his
thinking
face.
about
that's
it.
why
You
in the
don't see
after
his
credit
face.
scene
You don't see him?
You don't see
Spoiler,
him.
in the after credit scene for Fantastic Four, it cuts to Sue Storm hanging out with Franklin Richards 4 years after the events.
And she goes to
of
the kitchen
The
real quick.
movie Fantastic Four, this one that we watched, 2025, and it's her feeling a very negative energy. She puts up a force field on her hand, you know, her Sue Storm force field. She's walking up to the baby, and we see the back of Dr. Doom, and he's holding his fucking mask, holding the baby. We don't see Robert Downey Jr. We don't see any faces. We don't even hear any lines. We just get the back of Dr. Doom, which I thought was so awesome because during the whole movie, if you guys notice, and it's like right there in front too, every time they're having a press conference, all of the different countries and stuff, Latveria, the guy who's running Latveria
not
is
there.
missing. That's
Yeah,
Dr.
yeah.
Doom. Dr. Doom is
I saw it on
yeah.
TikTok.
is
And
the
he's not
is the
there.
prime minister of Latveria.
So they omit that.
So they foreshadow like, hey, he's not here. He's up to something.
So that's the thought, is that
That's awesome.
The whole thing with
That-
Robert Downey Jr. So it was like a way to like get everybody super
to
interested,
and then
excited,
pull
and
the
then-
rug under them.
because why would you announce that?
So far,
Why
so
would you
far.
announce Robert Downey Jr.
Instead of
is
just
the
having
thing?
us, yeah.
And not only that, but we all know him as Tony Stark, and we all understand.
That made so many people mad.
We all understand that there's this multiverse kind of deal going on.
Where different
and
people can look the
so
same.
it's not even like the movie Fantastic Four starts with this is Earth 828.
This is
it
a
starts
alternate
the
reality.
movie,
Yeah.
right?
Yes.
So this is a version of it. So then the whole thing is like, okay, then you end the scene with Doctor Doom
From 828.
meets Franklin,
Dr.
Richards.
Doofenshmirtz.
right? The most powerful being,
the most powerful being.
the most powerful being, but you don't reveal who his face is. So are we looking at a whole like thing that we don't even know?
Or Robert Downey Jr. just was busy that day.
Or he's
you know
gonna be
how
filming.
You know, what'd be dope
Yeah.
if
Filming.
somehow this whole thing ends up in a whole like Like they reintroduced Robert Downey Jr. because he's
the face of Marvel.
Well, but he's done press releases and he's done all kinds of stuff, and we know for sure that he's working on
the next one.
So
Avengers.
he's acting in it and he's doing it, but we don't know if he's actually Doctor Doom. So Doctor Doom could be another person.
That would be fucking
and
awesome.
He could
just be a variant. Or what?
No, but he could revitalize his role as
Iron Man.
Iron
Man.
Man.
Interesting.
But his death is too awesome.
It is, but it can just be a alternate Iron Man. It doesn't
variant?
have to be the one that
How
died.
excited
I'm kind of getting annoyed at these variants.
How excited
That's
was
how it works.
How excited was everybody?
Welcome to the comic book
Do you
world,
think
my friend.
so? Like when that right, the famous scene right at Comic-Con where he comes out
Pulls
and
off his
he
mask.
pulls off his
2
mask.
years
And
ago.
everybody,
I was excited.
and
Everyone was mad. I
right?
loved it.
No, but I'm saying is how excited was everybody that he was like, yeah, dude, Doctor Doom,
back.
blah blah blah. So if that was what's the whole idea of keeping people? It's a whole like. The whole thing with movies in general is like, I want to bring you in and then have a twist.
right. We're talking.
Why would I, as a big fucking overarching thing going on with multiple movies that we're gonna all collaborate, why would I give away the thing?
The Russo brothers were just asked that question. They were like, are you like filming on sets that you could go to? Like people could just TMZ could come in here. They were like, no, we're shooting on strictly like green screens and stuff, so no one can find out. So yeah, they are being secret about stuff.
Yeah, I think
So there is something going on.
I think
You're
there's
right.
something to that.
I don't even think the Brewster brothers wanted Robert Downey Jr. to be
Interesting.
Dr. Doom. As if I recall, Joe Russo, I could be wrong, but they like talked to him and he was like, I didn't want Robert Downey Jr. to be Dr. Doom. It was more of a Kevin Feige and Robert Downey Jr. being like, hey, maybe we should bring my character back.
Oh,
as
it was
Dr. Doom.
Robert Downey Jr.
Yeah,
his
he had
idea.
Oh yeah, it was his fucking idea. And even in like
again, fucking.
even in that video of Comic-Con when they're introducing that he's gonna be Dr. Doom, you can kind of see it on their faces. They're kind of just like, oh, it's Robert Downey Jr. Yeah, you can see it on their faces. They're kind of just like, oh.
So why
wow.
don't they want that? Is it
Because they want
Iron Man's legacy to just live as Iron Man?
not even just that, because they chose him as Iron Man, but they want somebody else to portray Doctor Doom. They want a whole new entity.
my nephew. God damn it! I've had too much whiskey. My
We're starting to
nephew
lose
introduced me
English.
to the idea of what did you call it? Edging.
Oh wow,
Oh, you think they're edging us?
I think they're edging us,
I think they
Come a
might
long
be.
way.
giving us a couple of strokes. Is what you're saying?
I think the whole the big master reveal of
you think
Robert Downey Jr.
You think
is
they're trying to
Doctor
pull
Doom.
do you think they're trying to pull Empire Strikes Back?
I think a whole edging thing was happening where it was like, oh, this is the thing, and so everybody's already anticipating
proud
that.
of you.
And I don't think that I think it's likely that we're gonna get some pretty big surprises on who Doctor Doom actually is.
I hope.
Because
Who is our ideal?
otherwise, why wouldn't you put Robert Downey Jr.'s
at the
face
end
in
of-
that second scene?
That will definitely get butts in the fucking theaters. I'll tell you what. That will definitely get you at least.
I thought the concept was
1,000.
cool of the after credit scene, but I thought it was shot kind of goopy. I just was like, why does that look so green screeny? Oh, Talon's here.
Welcome to the podcast, Talon Chase Espinoza. That microphone's live. Go ahead and
Give us your thoughts on the Fantastic Four 2025.
He didn't watch it.
Go ahead and give us our thoughts. There you go.
Yeah,
We heard that on air.
I like
that was a
on.
legit fart.
that.
Just
Was
so
a
everybody
little
knows.
fart. That was a little
You know
chew.
how you get nitpicky with stuff? My nitpick was, why did Sue take so long to, like, she was, like you said, building up her force field in the back. For someone that loves this kid, that's Mama Bear, why didn't she just throw the force field on him?
Well, because
From the kitchen.
it takes a
She
while.
had a bad feeling, right? Why couldn't she just, like, protect that
Dr.
kid?
Doom?
Where's the Mama Bear skills?
To
No, on
Dr.
the kid.
Doom?
On the kid.
But like, what are you
So,
referring
so
to?
Dr. Doom couldn't grab him.
Because she doesn't. Because she probably felt somebody holding your kid. You're not gonna shoot something while
She
someone's
couldn't
holding
have.
your kid.
Oh, I thought you said she felt it before he even came in.
No, I was just saying, like, you know, she's like the scene.
I
sets
thought her
up
Mama
with
Bear
your-
instincts were like, I hear something.
No, it's kind of
Hey,
just like
so
she like.
real quick, are we? You think we got like quite a bit left?
And we are back. You guys couldn't even tell that because it was literally less than a second.
Define your success.
What does it say?
This is for our podcast.
Let me see.
Just because people aren't watching doesn't mean we're not
Let me see.
successful.
Just so everybody knows,
Let me see.
This
Let me
is
see.
the fortune.
fortune cookies are not real. It's not a thing.
It says, "Don't let others define your success," which he is trying
You
to do
didn't feel
right
that
now.
at all? You
No.
didn't feel that was
You
meant
feel
for
the
us?
energy?
Yeah, no.
What
Wow.
the- So negative. Okay.
Yeah.
How did you guys feel about the stretching? How
It
did you
was-
guys feel about that
stretching?
CGI?
You know what I realized? They don't do a lot of Mr. Fantastic stretching.
Wait, are you talking about Mr. Fantastic?
yes,
Yes.
there was
Stretching?
parts where it genuinely looked absolutely horrible.
They just, you know what I realized? He doesn't stretch until the
Final
end,
battle.
to the final
Yeah,
battle.
he does
I-
in the little montage, which is the
I-
best part of the movie. At the beginning, in the little montage, he stretches.
He does like a
I
little
kind of
thing
really liked
that he
the
doesn't do
whole
that.
stretching because it reminded me
He
of
barely
like
does it.
It reminded me of like a Spider-Man kind of deal.
Yeah, but his
Explain.
bobblehead.
What do you mean?
Pedro Pascal's bobblehead when he's stretching and it just looks
A
like
lot,
it's fucking.
a lot of the CGI on the movie, besides the thing
People
CGI,
are calling it good.
It wasn't. It wasn't.
The
Oh, wait, let me hit
the
this.
thing was the only good CGI. I think we agree on that, right, Julian?
Yeah, the thing
Yes.
CGI was perfect. A lot of
I
the
want
other
something
stuff
to-
was
I
hit or
don't
miss.
Smoke? Can I have a?
There's literally a scene, and I don't know if it's a reshoot or just bad CGI. It's the scene where Pedro Pascal is having the press conference, and like he's talking, and like the background's right there, and then like it cuts to the interview he's talking, and then it cuts back to him, and it is completely fucking CGI. Like I don't know if it was a reshoot. It looks like a reshoot. With reshoots, they usually try to like redo the scene that they did, but you can tell it's obviously not the same scene. It looked like that. I couldn't tell if it was a fucking reshoot or if it was just bad CGI. Either way, it did not look good. It made me mad. I was
See,
like,
this
what
is
the
coming
fuck
from someone who
this?
liked the movie. He even
Yeah,
agrees
I
the
loved
CGI
it.
is bad. That's something people are liking is the CGI. So let's eliminate that.
The
fucking-
baby CGI
was fucking
was
dog shit.
horrible. We haven't talked about that yet, so let's talk about
It
it.
looked like it wasn't supposed to be in the movie, and someone hacked the movie. It looked so bad.
Can you give your girl her pin back? Like, I mean, she's just like right there.
She's right by my side, and that's exactly where I want her to be.
Also, it looked like the baby Renesmee from Twilight.
That's literally
Yeah, that's what we said
we
earlier.
literally discussed that.
That's
For
literally what we
anyone who
just said,
didn't
yeah.
hear that, she said she looked. The
Wait,
baby looked
I thought
like
she didn't see the movie yet.
Yeah.
she probably saw pictures or like
Ali
TikToks.
Espinosa.
Fuck, is it all over
Ladies and
TikTok?
gentlemen.
Is it that bad?
It's
Probably.
so bad.
No.
The CGI of the baby is
This is horrible
so
for Marvel.
bad.
This is horrible for
It was. It literally the beginning, like when it's coming out.
Well,
like,
okay, so here's a question to pose to the panel here. Do you think it would be more expensive to have an actual baby and then just have to continuously do like
you can get a doll.
reshoots
You can
and-
get a fucking.
We just
doll.
need to stop putting babies in movies until we learn how to fucking nail it.
No, because
Stop.
there's babies that like everything. You think about everything that the baby actually did in that moment of CGI. You could have got a baby to do that.
They could have, yes.
Like you could have got a baby to do the
Yeah.
things
They
you do.
didn't, though.
It may have taken a ton of takes. It may have taken a lot of production money to like figure
I don't
it
think you
out.
understand. Marvel doesn't
But you
have
could
that
get
time
you
anymore.
could have got
Oh,
a
we
real
know. They
baby.
be turning in shit when it's not done.
Marvel.
But
They're in the CGI room and they're like, "This done? Yeah, that's done. Turn it in."
yeah, that's done.
Is this
Fuck
done?
it. But I was like,
Is this
oh,
done?
my
Well,
God.
we have 4
like
more
it.
months of editing. No, it's done right now. You're
turn it
gonna
in.
get it out right.
Okay, well, in defense of them, maybe possibly it was the idea of like, oh, well, we may be doing, and we don't know, but maybe in the next couple movies that all go with this storyline, maybe there's a baby, and they had to make sure that that baby was the same baby,
You
right?
see, that would make
Yeah.
sense if the baby didn't turn fucking 4 years old at the end of the movie. You guys now remember? There's literally a 4-year time gap where
Yeah,
there's
in the
an
after credit scene.
actual,
I
there's
was
an
gonna
actual
ask-
child.
I was gonna ask. So the baby in the movie is he a super baby that ages quick?
No.
Or did a time?
No, just time went by. 4
Okay.
years later, that's a 4-year-old baby.
Why do the Fantastic Four look the exact?
It says 4 years later.
And
everything
why they look
feels
the
the
same?
exact same.
It's what it is. It's
Lazy editing.
No, it's just that like, hey, we need
Defend
them
your
to
movie.
look the same.
Defend your movie.
We need them to. It's the same thing as remember Days of you guys remember the X-Men movie you guys were referring to?
I like Days of Future Past. That
no,
that
not
one,
even that one. The one that you guys
No,
were
the
referring to.
Phoenix.
yeah, the Rise of the
Phoenix.
Penis.
That one's supposed to take place
Rise
like
of the Penis.
that one's supposed to take place like 30 years after X-Men Days of Future's Past. Why do they all look the same?
Oh yeah, that's yeah. God, Marvel.
Why?
Those movies,
Why-
We've
each
made
one of
a
those.
couple of mistakes.
Hold on.
Wait, real quick,
Why
real
were
quick.
we all okay
Yeah.
with Bart Simpson never aging?
Why are we all okay
In
with?
20
You pick
years.
your battles. You pick your battles.
In 20 years of Simpsons,
If it's good, we won't
we
complain.
were
Well, that's a
never-
cartoon.
But I'm just saying, 20 years of Simpsons, we were never we were just okay
But
with
this
like
is 1 month
Lisa
of
Simpson
Fantastic
being in
Four.
second grade.
Yeah.
Oh,
that's
dead
fair.
air.
No, we just wanted to let that one sit.
No, we did. We were just kind of like, that's not the same thing.
Yeah.
No, but okay. So back to the
It's
baby.
just the fact that
were
like,
you okay with the CGI on the baby?
No, I don't,
Yeah,
I
it's
don't
a little
like
fucked
it.
up, right?
Like I said, what your
No, not a little.
argument
It was
if-
horrible.
Your argument would make sense if they didn't fucking time jump 4 years later, and we actually got a 4-year-old. Now, I know that kid isn't 4 years old.
Do you think in the movies going forward we're gonna see the 4-year-old, or do you think that we're gonna go
No.
fast forward and it's gonna
we're
be
gonna
like
get
a
we're gonna get an
16-year-old?
older kid?
Yeah, we're probably gonna get an older kid.
We
So it didn't
never-
even
Yes.
matter, right?
Exactly. It did not fucking matter.
And we don't know.
Also,
Maybe other people that are watching this are like,
By
oh
the
no,
time
you
we
don't understand.
actually-
Like we're gonna have.
by the time what they're trying to set up, and I can tell, is that they're trying to set up Franklin Richards
Ben
being
Franklin had
the
slaves.
being the Omega
Just
level
realized what you said.
mutant fucking guy that he is, and he's gonna have Omega level
Benjamin.
powers. He's gonna have the power cosmic. They're gonna do shit with that. He's probably gonna be the reason why the MCU gets rebooted because Kevin
Here-
Feige has even
here's-
stated.
Here's my ignorance.
What?
Is Eternals gone?
Why do you keep on bringing up Eternals?
No, I'm just saying, is Eternals gone? Because
Like,
like,
are we gonna?
I
get
wrote that
another
down in
one?
my notes.
well, because like in Eternals,
That
you
just
brought
felt like
notes
Eternal-
about
well,
Eternals.
yeah,
no, I
well,
wrote this
the-
movie felt like Eternals level dialogue.
Oh,
Like it
wow.
was that bad.
I'm just saying, like, so like, because we saw, all right, we got introduced to the Eternals,
Yes.
and then it was like, I thought it was a great movie. It got shitty reviews, blah blah blah. But then we
was a
saw
long movie.
the concept of Eternals, because like even in the
Celestials.
there was another movie where like they were like, oh, we have the celestial. The
what
one that
movie
tried to
was
take
that?
over the Earth that ended up being just a thing.
I think that was Thor Ragnarok.
So is
where
it
they
na-
they
referred
referenced that.
back to like the Celestials. So like the whole idea of like in my
Not Ragnarok.
Look,
Love and Thunder.
Sorry.
Look, okay,
Yes.
okay.
You know what I
so
meant.
let's get
Yeah.
on this.
Yes.
Let's get on this topic just real quick, and then I want to hear your guys' opinion on it.
Uh-huh.
Is that when we start off at the very beginning, and I think we
Of
can
what?
all agree, beginning is Iron Man, right?
Are we talking about like the beginning of
just
like
beginning
the movies?
Of the
or are we talking about the timeline?
no, we're talking about the beginning of just being introduced to like superhero movies in this
Yeah.
grand scale, right? And
Of,
then
like,
how they're all
there you
intertwined
go.
and
Like,
everything,
they're
right?
all connected. and
Right.
stuff.
So we got Iron Man,
Right.
and it was like everybody freaked out about it. It was like this is the greatest thing, but.
the start.
At every rendition of anything, everything was Thor, with Spider-Man, with Black Widow, with everything that came
After
out
that.
after that. You had to have a movie that, in a sense, held up on its own.
Right.
You were entertained. You were excited about this. Is
That individual
that
thing.
story in itself
Uh-huh.
had its own,
Beginning, middle,
beginning,
end.
middle, end, and whatever. And then but it also intertwined with other ones. But you had to get more fantastical with it. You have to get more like well, okay. So now we have the Hulk. Like the Hulk is the fucking. But then what we have to now we have Thanos. Thanos could fuck up the Hulk.
Right.
So it's always like a
It's
thing
always
where
changing.
We got to
The
believe
power levels are always
right. So then
differentiating.
when it
Not
got
always for the better.
when we got introduced to like
Yeah.
the whole like concept of the Eternals, the Eternals were like
the perfect.
they came from way before,
Mm-hmm.
and their purpose was completely different. So it was great. I thought it was great because it introduced an idea of like, yeah, you've been twiddling with this other stuff, but this is the grand scheme.
They
of
didn't
things.
give them a good movie though. But yes, it was interesting.
But
they
so
didn't
I
give them a
thought
good
that,
movie.
that idea, that storyline of like
Right.
Eternals and Celestials and all that stuff.
Harry Styles.
Right. So, but then we get this
He's
whole
in the
thing. We're
movie.
like, okay, so now we're supposed to start this whole next chapter,
Uh-huh.
and we're beginning with Fantastic Four. So we got
in my notes
Galactus.
as well.
Galactus gets fucked up or whatever. But like, where do we go from here? Like, where do we? What's the
What's a grand
like?
scheme?
Like, how far do you get powers wise?
powers wise.
Where you're like, okay, what's the next thing?
I agree.
right?
It feels like we're repeating things like Thunderbolts, the big
don't
super-
don't repeat,
That's what
villain,
it feels like we're doing.
Make the villain
Do
be
you guys-
the bigger, badder villain.
I agree.
Do you guys
It
want
just
me-
feels like we're repeating the
But
same.
how far do we go with
we're
the bigger,
so scary.
badder?
We're like,
Do you guys
too
want me
strong.
to tell
We're immortal.
you what the
Let's
grand
go.
scheme is?
Let's go.
Because I know what it is. What it is, it's setting up Secret Wars. What it is. I'll let you light that. You want to light that up?
No, go ahead.
It's setting up Secret Wars. Secret Wars is essentially all these superheroes coming from their universes, but they're fighting other universes.
That's after Doomsday, correct?
What do you mean?
Avengers: Secret Wars.
No. This is before Doomsday.
Fantastic Four is from my
So
understanding.
Secret Wars is next.
Fantastic Four
No,
is starting.
that's the next Avengers movie.
next.
I thought Doomsday was the next Avengers movie.
That's what I said. That's the
Okay,
next
so
Avengers movie.
when's Secret Wars? I literally saw that on the panel. It said Avengers: Secret Wars.
Yeah,
It said in Avengers.
it gets
Secret
to
Wars.
that.
That's
We're
they're
not
gonna
even
appear in
close
the
to
next
there yet?
Avengers.
Well, like how Iron
think we have a
Man and
couple
everything,
movies.
like in Thor, was leading up to like Avengers, right?
Right.
So are we
this-
done? Is it just Fantastic Four and Thunderbolts?
No, Fantastic Four, Thunderbolts is start. Or
That's
what-
the thing. I don't know.
Fantastic Four is it's
Don't
supposedly.
forget, we had Deadpool, Wolverine.
Yeah, but
Are they going to be in Doomsday?
no, but
They should. Secret
well,
Wars.
but this
Okay.
the whole thing is like the arc, right, of the storyline. Fantastic Four was supposed to start the next chapter.
That's why I'm
of all the
stressed.
so we're supposed to
Fuck.
get a shit ton of movies that all lead and accumulate
Right.
To that
Secret
final, like we did with
Wars.
Endgame.
Right.
Yeah, we're doing it again. That's in my notes. That's
This is yes.
Oh
This
well,
is
well, keep going with your notes.
That's
then.
what I wrote in my notes. Is this really what we're getting before Doomsday? Is this really what we're getting before the big final battle? Is this really our Endgame?
Wait,
Well,
our favorite
no,
characters.
But this is not Endgame. This is Iron Man
What?
1.
Okay, what's after Iron Man 1? Because it
No,
seems
I
like
think-
Doomsday's next year,
I
isn't
think.
it?
I
Iron
think.
Man 2.
No, I think. I think
Look at the
Doomsday.
camera like you cook.
Doomsday is next.
Isn't it?
I think so.
So our
'Cause
first
I was
Avenger.
thinking Spider-Man. The next Spider-Man is next. No, Spider-Man comes out after
Wait,
Doomsday.
So we're
no,
getting-
but hold on. So we all know that what was supposed to happen was the Kang dynasty.
right.
And
they
because
changed
Even though-
because that dude
Before
raped
wait,
people or did
before you
something
go
weird,
on that, before you go
Ah,
on,
they
dang it.
they got rid of him, and
Yeah.
now they're like, oh, they had to rewrite everything.
Okay, so we had Avengers, whatever, Avengers, blah blah blah. Then Infinity War and Endgame. So Secret Wars is our first Avengers.
no. It's still no. It
No,
doesn't have to
Secret
be
Wars.
like that.
No, Doomsday.
Doomsday is the
next.
first Avengers. Then
Is
we're
the
getting Secret
first
Wars. and then-
Avengers.
Fuck.
Okay,
no,
that
but
calms me
no.
down.
But
I
hold on,
forget.
but Doomsday is the first Avengers.
Is it?
We're supposed to
So
get
who are our Avengers?
No,
Thunderbolts and Fantastic Four.
no,
No,
because
no.
we got introduced to it with the new Captain America, with fucking
I didn't watch Brave New World.
dipshit fucking woke bullshit black Captain America. We got introduced to
Even though
that,
that's in the comics.
so that brings in like the new beginning of that. But then this whole thing is like we're supposed to get like other characters are gonna have
That's what I thought.
movies in between that.
When?
I don't think
I didn't
so.
see no announcements. I think this is
No,
it.
this
Yeah.
is it.
No, this isn't it.
I think
Look it up.
Fantastic Four and our Thunderbolts. These are our
Look up-
guys. Hey, pick your favorite character.
Look up on your phone. What's the next?
Who the
what's
fuck are you
next
rooting
Marvel
for?
movie?
It's not Doomsday.
I think so.
Avengers movies.
No.
Avengers movies. You're supposed to feel a threat. You're supposed to be like, I don't want my Spider-Man to die, or I don't want my Captain America. Oh, blah blah blah. They're not gonna kill him.
No.
Who the fuck do you care about dying in
All
this
these
Doomsday?
movies that
Fantastic
we've
Four,
been
they can all die.
receiving have been leading up to the next Avengers movie, which is either
Exactly.
Doomsday or Secret Wars.
Doomsday's literally next year.
Doomsday
is next, and then Secret Wars
it's
is the
Doomsday,
final
then
one.
Secret Wars.
Yes.
But that's Avengers. That's the accumulative. We're gonna get multiple movies.
No, I think that's it. I think we got our
No, you're
cumulative
wrong.
movies. Check it out.
I care about the Thunderbolts
Look
a
it
little
up.
more
no,
than Fantastic
don't look
Four.
it up. Just pretend that I know more than him.
I will do that, sir. You are the boss.
Look it up though.
But that's what it says in my notes is I don't care about these characters. This isn't a good start.
You didn't care about any of the Fantastic Four?
No,
You didn't care about.
Noni, don't lie to me. There's no way you're rooting for any of. There's no way you don't. Okay,
You
if
didn't
any of
care
them
about
died,
how
if
Johnny
any of them
Storm-
died in Doomsday, are you going? No.
You didn't care how
Be
Johnny
honest,
Storm was ready to
I'm-
sacrifice himself
I'm not.
when
like
he was talking to the Herald of Galactus, and he was like, "Instead of taking the child, just take me."
It's like adorable by the books.
You know what I
It's
thought would
very
have been.
by the
You know what I
books.
thought would have been really cool is
Nothing
that
special.
so we all know the lore and we all know like what we saw in previous movies with the whole like Silver Surfer
Fantastic.
deal. I thought it would actually be if they were to somehow change the story where it didn't end with Silver Surfer sacrificing
Herself.
him or herself
Themselves.
to get to the point. You know, if there was a way that like they still defeated Galactus, but Silver Surfer maintained
Yes.
its viability in future.
Yeah, this
movies
movie basically
would have been
ends.
pretty cool.
Yeah.
This movie basically ends the way.
All movies end.
No,
with
the
Silver
way
Surfer.
the original, the second one ended.
Oh
Yeah.
my
Right,
god,
Silver-
this movie ends so fucking.
It's
No,
exactly
it ends
the same as the other
way.
one.
Silver Surfer sacrifices themselves to
Yeah,
stop
like Johnny
Galactus.
Storm's going, and then she's like,
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
No,
can we talk about the worst
verbatim
part?
almost, which was
Sue dies and then comes back to
Oh,
life. What is this
dude.
fucking cartoon?
Oh
like,
my god!
Did we really do that?
Holy
did
shit.
we really kill someone and bring her back to life?
How did you feel about that? Did you
That
think
was
she
like,
was actually dead?
I actually was like,
Well, I mean, it was
Marvel.
sup-
Did
you think
it,
she
it
was
was
fucking
suppo-
dead?
it was supposed to be like the introduction of how powerful the baby was.
No, but that's a stupid way to do it.
it was so goofy. The only thing I liked
trying
about
to make Pedro Pascal fake cry.
Oh my
To,
god,
like,
he felt okay.
He was like,
he liked Pedro, and he even admitted, yeah, it felt so like, oh, Pedro, come on, come on, baby,
They could have.
come on, babe,
They could have like.
come on, baby. Oh my god, bro, you don't love her. You
God.
don't love her. I don't
you
believe you
saying
at all.
that? I forgot. That's what he was saying. That's so fucking.
He says
cringe.
baby and
baby, come
babe.
on, baby, come on, please.
Baby, come on, babe. Also, when she tells Pedro that she's pregnant, his reaction sucks dick. I'm sorry,
but-
sucks,
but-
sucks bad.
But hold
sucks
on,
bad.
because it goes back to what we were talking about earlier
What?
with like Reed Richards' character and being so scientific and analytic. Like, it's difficult for him to express like normal
Okay, you
human
got me
emotions.
there.
So he has autism.
That's fair. He's basically autistic.
Asperger's for
Some
sure.
Sheldon
He's
shit.
definitely autistic to the point where like he's literally just numbers and facts.
But
You know
he
what I
also he
And I
was kind of
understand
he was
that part was supposed
mourning.
to be
He was
funny.
mourning. He was sad,
So
but
he's-
he was still like statistically like
That was like the-
oh well,
yeah.
everybody saved. It was my girl's sacrifice.
That was the first part where my girlfriend was
for-
like, "Ew."
You know what I
a
mean?
weak
Like, was he
reaction.
accepting the idea of that?
Yeah.
At the same time, was he was still like sad. So I think you know what?
I didn't even think about it like that.
On
I
record,
didn't see it like that.
Pedro Pascal did a fucking good job.
He did. I liked him as.
What?
I
Yeah,
liked
go
him as
fuck
Reed
yourself.
Richards. Oh,
Well, you're wrong.
I love him as Reed Richards.
You're like so. Like, oh
Dude,
my god.
You know what it is? I need him to shave that fucking mustache.
Because
like, I
you're-
understand that it's his thing, but like that, it's like.
what if he did a
eye
Hitler
attention.
mustache? Would we?
There you go.
No. What's up with you?
Stop. You know what? What about? Let's talk about the fact that fucking Hitler ruined the mustache for everyone because he didn't even
He
start
did.
that shit.
No, let's stay on
He really
Fantastic
did.
Four, guys. Come
no,
on.
but what about Charlie Chaplin started that mustache and everyone remembers that?
He's
as,
all let's stick with Fantastic Four. No, let's talk about Hitler.
talk about
yeah.
and
it's a
how
way
he
better
and
conversation.
how he couldn't have his own kind of fashion.
The only thing I liked about the baby shit at the end when she wakes up from the death again is
Dude.
I liked that it was almost metaphorical. Like, oh, she felt her baby's touch on her, and then she wakes up.
Yeah, and
I was like, okay,
it
that's
was metaphorical
yeah.
when she was like, "Oh, I need to like."
No, but
count
Like
more
the baby
brown."
literally
when her
healed her.
eyes lit up, it was the reference to
His power cosmic.
Yeah, his power is cosmic.
Yeah, that was the moment where
That
we
was
find
fucking
out.
cool. I like that where it was literally like because like
Yeah.
his powers are literally seeping through her. So when
Yeah.
as soon as her eyes open, it
It
was
was not
her
even
power
incredible as
cosmic.
how
Is
Jack
it me
gets
though?
his
power.
Did they play it out a little bit?
They
Like
played it out a long fucking time.
like we're all kind of waiting for
Yeah,
that moment.
no,
and we're
exact- No.
like, okay, come on.
Some of my people,
Thank you.
the
So
people
you
in my
agreed.
theater
They
thought
dragged that scene.
she was dead, and I was like, "Can you guys hurry the fuck up and like show that like the baby?"
I don't think any that scene
That
felt
was-
awkward. I had secondhand embarrassment for the director because I was like,
It's
Why did you
almost,
I was
do
like,
that?
oh my god, none of us.
it's
believe
almost like they
this.
were expecting
Us to be like,
they
"Oh,
were like, oh, we're gonna draw this emotion out of the audience
Yeah,
to the
to
point,
waste our
and then
fucking
we're
time.
gonna have like this precipice of like, oh. The problem was they dragged it out way too
I wish I
long.
recorded my
Pedro
theater. My theater was
couldn't
laughing
hold that
when she was
fake.
dead.
They
Because we all
could-
knew.
Yeah, they could have made it happen a little bit quicker, and I think the scene would have had a little bit more bigger impact.
Yes.
You know how I knew
Yes.
she wasn't dead?
That's a good note. Editing. They should have cut it.
Editing.
They should have cut that scene shorter.
You wanna know how I knew she wasn't dead?
It's like actual constructive
Because
criticism.
No,
before-
hold on. She was dead.
Yeah, she died.
I guess. Yeah.
No,
No, she fully died. She got brought back to life.
yeah,
Dead.
she did die.
She had.
But
okay,
you
she
want-
had to die because then it would not have made sense how she beat Galactus.
Yeah, but go.
That had to be
go ahead.
all her power.
And then that like showed her that showed the child's powers too, and how he's literally able to bring people back from the dead. Literally, just like
He didn't
at
even
his
mean
whim.
to, though.
As
He
a
just-
child, no, as literally as a child, like oh my mom isn't awake. I'm gonna wake her up.
Yeah.
Literally waking her up from the dead. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But what about? What was I going with? What about the way?
happens,
the way
it happens
I
on this
knew-
podcast.
the
and
way
we all
I
cut
knew-
each other off.
The way I knew she wasn't dead, like she was gonna come back, was because before this movie came out, they did like this whole fucking YouTube thing where like they were showing all of, like the cast for Doomsday, and Vanessa Kirby obviously was one of them because she's one of the Fantastic Four.
What if they did the
Oh,
whole
interesting.
CGI thing because they didn't want to pay a baby?
Whoa, justice for babies.
Oh, and they didn't want to pay him for the rest of their life.
Right. They're like, oh, we'll just
make it a CGI
make
baby.
it a
It's not
CGI
real.
baby, and then we don't have to pay.
Clip this because this is good.
Yeah, we don't have to pay that actor
Like forever for the rest of
right.
their lives.
Like the fucking
Because they would literally
Marvel,
have to pay
like the Olsen twins in Full House, right?
motherfuckers.
You had to pay them like
literally until they were like 40. They
Right.
probably still get checks.
they still get checks.
I don't know much.
So like, oh well, how about this?
The kid in Iron Man
Let-
3, you know that guy's still getting bank.
Let's
still
save
getting
money
checks.
by just making this a fake baby.
A fake ugly baby.
Damn.
But they could have done
Good
better
one,
with
Noni.
the CGI.
They couldn't use a doll. They couldn't.
What? Okay, wait. What movie has good CGI baby? Exactly.
CGI baby.
What movie has a CGI baby where you're like, that looks like a real baby?
Look who's talking.
Because even in
I haven't seen that movie.
no, that was good.
The Mask. The Mask.
Remember, we knew-
Oh, the mask. The mask.
I don't
The
know.
Mask.
We'd have to go back on it.
Let's go back. Do you have more notes?
Um,
Let's continue with what you got because I know you really prepared for this.
I liked the birth scene in space. Where
I thought that was fucking cool.
where Sue has to give birth during a mission.
It was pretty exciting.
It's
when she-
significant. It's
Wh-
significant.
Okay,
Because-
so
Not- no, what a word.
when it was
Not a
when it
word.
was going down, right? When everything was like
Signifies.
chaotic and everything was going, I was like, "Is she gonna take her pants off? Like, why is she
And then
not?"
they show it.
She did.
And then her pants come off, and you're like, "Pants are off!"
Yeah.
Woo!
I literally was like, I
There's even a
literally,
moment where Johnny looks for a second.
I
I was like,
literally
she's really
shouted
naked.
out, "What the hell?"
Yeah. You're like, "Oh, pants are off!" Woo!
They literally show the scene of it with her
Yeah.
legs out. I was like, "What the fuck?" I want to see Cooter.
That,
How dare you?
no, let
And
dead
it
air.
could be
After he
invisible,
says
though.
stuff like that, let dead air happen. I want you to feel your words.
Feel the word.
I thought that scene was like just empowering and beautiful. That I'm a sucker for that. In Quiet
What did
Place,
you like about it?
Empowering for who?
for a woman.
I don't think he's using the right
What's
word.
what's that empowering?
Isn't that
women?
empowering? Like woman empowerment.
How?
For what?
She's
I
giving.
mean,
but I don't
in
think all
space.
women could do that. Isn't empowering just
Take her
power-
pants off?
giving birth in space during a mission?
Well, let's get into this. So
That's got to be harder than giving birth in a hospital.
no. So giving birth in
There's
a
men
hospital,
all around her.
No, giving birth in a
Whoa.
hospital, you have gravity. Giving birth in space,
Do you think the gravity was pulling the baby out?
no. So they even mentioned that. They're
I don't
like,
think-
they're
Wait,
like,
we have
oh,
to
about
pause.
the
What
right
does
thing.
empowering mean?
I don't know what power.
Because you guys tried to
definition of
smart
power.
ass me with that one. I thought empowering is just
like-
empowerment.
to,
Like I keep using this. You can't use the
embrace.
word in the fucking definition. Like
Embrace.
powerful. I'm still doing it.
Yeah.
What does empowering mean? You're a smart guy.
So what empowering means is it's like, oh, this.
I can't use the
this.
definition.
This whatever.
That left an impact.
Yeah, whatever we're defining, like, oh, a woman to do these things. They're like, oh, I'm empowering them by saying that they're. It's a very difficult situation, and they're able.
Then
to
I used the
do-
word exactly right.
They're able to do this thing that's like way more difficult than. But if you're giving
Then
birth,
yes, that was an
if you're
empowering
giving
scene.
birth on Earth and there's
Yes.
gravity and everything. But when you're giving birth, because so they do like an underwater birth is supposed to be easier because of gravity. Like say that people do the underwater birth where they get in a pool and they give birth because it's like there's no gravity like it's like opposing them.
Yes.
So they could just do it. But the
Okay.
Sue Storm, she's in outer space. She's in no gravity. So it's just gonna happen.
So your argument is it's not empowering.
You guys are talking about the
She's-
wrong thing. You
She's
guys are-
mid-mission.
No, you guys are forgetting the fact
they're
that.
in space. They're trying to get away.
No.
She's dealing
not
with
even
that.
about
well,
that.
let's talk about the idea of like giving birth isn't that big a deal.
No, guys.
All right, we need to get the birth
Guys,
simulator. For
Like,
him.
like women always, hey, we are the ones that give birth. Like, so
Guys, she's literally.
This,
No, she's literally using her
I'm
powers
speechless.
as she's giving birth.
she's
You guys
using her
forget that.
powers.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
As she's.
The reason I'm speechless
As
is
she's
I know
giving
when you
birth-
joke, and I know when there's a slight hint of serious. And there was a slight hint of serious.
So
in
we
that
talked.
fucking message.
I talked about this the other day. So my cousin Jordan, who I had on the podcast the other day, his wife is expecting, and they're about to give birth, right? And so yesterday I was getting
Tell her to go to space.
Well, I was getting tattooed by him yesterday, and she was there, and we were talking about it, and we were having a conversation about like the who gets the accolades, right? So this is the concept that I have proposed, and I think many people agree with me. It's like, for example,
Okay.
you go to a fancy restaurant, right? And you sit down, you have this amazing meal, and you just everything is great. It's a steak, it's a side dishes, and everything. You get done with your meal, and you're just so impressed. You're so excited about like how amazing this meal was. Do you thank the chef or do you thank the oven?
I think
What?
the chef.
Right. You
But I
think,
hate that
the
that's making
chef.
your point.
but you thank the chef, right? You
Yeah,
go,
obviously.
You go, oh, thank you. Like, I appreciate that you created this. You don't.
Are you
thank-
trying to say we are the chefs impregnating the women and they are just the oven?
Yes.
I'm not coming on this podcast.
What the hell? That's the point. That's what he
The
was
amount of
doing
passion you put into that, there's some serious.
took
Like
it.
I said,
That's the
2
point.
minute
No, that's the point, right? So it's like I made this thing, but I just put it in her to cook for 9 months, and then
I need you
but
to
but
give
I'm not.
birth.
But I'm not gonna thank the oven.
I've obviously never given birth, but every time I see it in like, I watched it in middle school and I still think about it. Like, oh my God. You ever get that poop and you're just like, that's a really rough poop. Like, that was really hard to get out. Imagine that out of your pee-pee hole.
My pee-pee hole.
Yeah, that's there. That's
Did
for
this
a
light
woman.
just turn on, or am I tripping out? Has this light been on?
This light's been on.
I don't think so.
I don't know.
I could be wrong.
Point is, there's no way you could give birth in your life. So also, don't speak on something you literally can't do. Like,
Even though
that's
you guys
insane.
have both been doing it.
What?
Even though you guys both been doing it this whole time,
Giving birth?
talking about it, and how powerful or how strong it is.
I've given birth to a couple of big turds. Oof.
There you go.
Can't imagine a baby.
The point about that scene was that she was not just giving birth; she was giving birth weightless. And the thing with your thing, with water.
Who's right, Julian? Me or him? Was it
Both of you guys are
empowering or
wrong.
was it?
Because it wasn't about empowering. It was the fact that she was giving birth while being weightless in full weightlessness, not water birth. Because the whole point of water birth is that you're weightless down there. You still have weight to push down and contract.
Point is, having to give birth in a scenario like that
No.
is insane.
Yeah. And the fact is that she was using her powers, so she was using her powers while simultaneously giving birth.
And also, she was
so
giving birth to a super baby, so maybe
all-
that baby was
and-
extra hard. I don't know.
She was doing
All
it
I'm
in
saying
front
is,
of
all
a.
I'm saying is, for women, they
went on a whole
they boast and
tangent
brag
about-
about like
You're
this
like,
whole like.
I want to make sure I make
I'm
this
just
point.
saying like
He's like, I just
You
want to make
guys are
sure
some bitches,
that
you guys are
I
some
did
bitches.
all the work on my
giving birth
pregnancies.
isn't that big a deal. Like,
I think it's
if
a pretty
men could
big
do
deal.
it, we would do it.
yeah.
I wouldn't do it.
When my movie ended, some dude said something that made the whole theater laugh.
Clip it.
Right when it ended, he went, "Well, that wasn't fantastic," and we all laughed our asses
Dude,
off.
some fucking guy.
Because that movie was not fantastic.
That was fantastic.
He said that out loud. That's risky. He could have gotten booed, but we all went, "Yeah, you're right. That movie."
On a scale
sucked."
of not fantastic and fantastic, what would you guys rate it?
Fantastic Four.
Yeah, fantastic or not fantastic?
What's in the middle of fantastic?
Nothing. Just I'm saying like fantastic or not fantastic.
Not fantastic.
Not fantastic, or fantastic.
The more we talk about it, I'm kind of.
You're liking it more.
So I started off.
You guys didn't like Johnny
I started
and
off with
freaking The
watching
Thing?
it.
Yeah, they were the best parts.
We got 3. Watched it, liked it, loved it. I started off with watched it.
You're liked it now.
I'm going with liked it.
Okay,
I just should.
I can appreciate a dialogue movie. There's too much dialogue in a superhero movie.
Too much
in this
dialogue
movie.
in a movie.
There's too much dialogue in a superhero movie.
Yeah, I just heard it first. Too much dialogue in a superhero movie.
That I think he's trying to do like some sarcastic thing. That's a good take. I think.
Too much
this
dialogue?
This movie is boring. There's not a single action scene, but in the beginning and in the end.
What?
Everything
This-
else is them going to space. I don't
This
consider
whole
that.
movie was a science fiction
Boringness.
fucking great fest. They were literally
Name
doing-
the action.
I'm
Name
kinda-
all the
fact-
action scenes in the
No,
movie.
I'm
The
kind
fact
of with,
that-
I'm kind of with him.
the fact that
this
What's
was-
the action?
It was
If you let me
pretty much
talk.
action.
You
the
weren't
whole
bored.
time.
You weren't bored a little bit when they were in space for a really, really
No, because it
long
was fucking
time.
cool.
Yeah, I wasn't really
the
bored
aesthetics
with
of
that.
1970s.
I couldn't wait for them to get back to
Astro
Earth
space.
because in the trailer they have that final. I wanted to see the Fantastic Four use their powers, and yeah, they used their powers in space.
What'd you
but
think about Galactus?
They didn't
I thought he
use-
looked good, but he wasn't.
do anything.
He just wasn't that entertaining.
What'd you think about Galactus?
The only thing I wish is that they made it. Here's the thing.
I'm shocked you guys actually think this movie had action in it. No, it didn't. This was probably the weakest action in a superhero movie I've ever seen in my
The
life.
Fantastic Four is not an action movie. It is a science fiction movie.
Yeah, that's not my thing.
That's what the Fantastic Four is in comics.
I
It's
was-
science fiction.
I guess I take back my words. I was never bored.
They
I
go
was
on
like, okay,
science
they,
fiction journeys.
it's
and-
not what I
and
signed up for.
adventures.
I thought they were gonna do some more action. I didn't think they were gonna go to space. So Fantastic Four, they do go to space in the comics.
That's all. Literally, all
They
they,
take-
do
it takes
is go
place
to
in
space
space?
and do space travel, time travel. That's literally their thing.
Oh man, I enjoyed them on the streets.
No,
I enjoyed watching
They
him-
don't do shit on the streets. They're literally in space all the fucking time because Reed Richards is always trying
That's
to solve
boring to me.
equations. and stuff. No, this is literally. That's why I'm saying like this is the great Fantastic Four movie because it's literally science fiction just like the comics.
I thought I was
The
alone.
whole premise of the Fantastic Four is that they're science fiction. Like they go and do science fiction.
I'm
things.
shocked you weren't bored.
I wasn't bored
I
at all.
wasn't.
I literally whispered to Christian. I saw with Christian, Bunny, my girlfriend, and I said, "Is this just me?" And Christian goes, "A little boring." I was like, "Yeah," because we didn't expect that. You did
Yeah,
cook. I went in with the wrong expectations.
But
I'll admit that.
Christian's a little gay.
This was
But then my girlfriend agreed. Then Bunny agreed. Then Ocean agreed, and we were like, "Yeah, this needs to pick up. Like, this is a lot of talking." Like, I get, and also they're trying to figure out what they're like. They're
Well,
trying to figure out the mission
did-
the whole movie.
Did they make this movie for the masses, or did they make this movie for the fans?
they made it.
This
for,
movie's not
They
Interstellar.
made it for both, but halfway, because they knew that the masses would come because they always come for the Fantastic Four movies. But you got to remember that the Fantastic Four got fucked up 3 times. They weren't gonna risk losing the fan base again on this 4th time.
I've heard that they talked about introducing the Fantastic Four into the MCU several times, and it
Right.
just never came to fruition. You know,
You know
they were
what
just
I
like,
was-
but this is like the introduction
Not the
where it's
Fantastic
gonna
Four.
be. This is gonna be a big part of like going forward.
Yeah, like
Yeah,
I
I'm
said,
not with it.
Mr. Fantastic's supposed to be like the leading man for the next coming years.
Is his name Mr. Fantastic?
Yeah, his superhero name, Mr. Fantastic, and then Sue Stormer is the Invisible Woman. Johnny Storms is the Human Torch.
So I want to just comment on that because it's so petty and stupid, but like
What, Johnny
What?
Storm?
no, in Superman, Mr. Terrific, I was like, I don't know, I just wasn't feeling that name. I was like, this is
You just
this
didn't
is
like
so
it 'cause he was
stupid.
black.
Coming from
That's all.
Captain Fantastic, you weren't feeling the name
And I
Mr.
was like,
Terrific.
Mr.
Captain
Terrific.
Yeah,
Like,
you
it's
can't give opinions on
It
names.
sounds
buddy.
so stupid, but then I'm all on board with Mr.
Mr.
Fantastic. You know what?
Yeah, you're broken. And I
My
like it that you know it.
my opinion is moot. For everybody out there that's watching this, my opinion doesn't mean shit.
Same, because Julian was already saying, I guess I don't understand Fantastic Four.
Because I mean,
I don't either. I just know that like they're science fiction. They like that.
Yeah.
It's like the Flash. If they do like science fiction stuff, that's their whole thing. That's how they refreshed the genre in their comic books, and that's how they kept on going. You know what I mean?
no, I
That's
like
how
that you
they
educated
kept
me on
on.
that. That's not what I grew up with. I think everything is nostalgia based in a way. Tobey Maguire,
But
Spider-Man,
that's why
you like
you
'em 'cause
got
grew up
so
with it.
used to all the Marvel
2005.
movies. You got so used to
Well-
all the Marvel movies being action that you're forgetting that these movies are supposed to be different things. They're supposed to
You cook
on that.
represent different genres.
I think I got to admit that one. Yeah.
Yeah.
If
And
I
he's getting
argued
mad.
that,
He's
I
like,
would just be
It's
ignorant.
not the same thing as the other Marvel movies.
Yeah, yeah.
I talked
No,
about
it's
that.
science fiction.
I ta-
Guilty.
No, I talked about that on the Superman podcast, where, and again, that will come out before this, but we talked about that, where I was like, I'm not a big fan of people who are like, I didn't like this Johnny Storm because he wasn't the Johnny Storm I'm used to. Every iteration is supposed to be its own thing.
It's supposed to change it
so
up.
you're just
I think they
supposed to-
changed it up, but I was for the change.
Yeah, but you're supposed to just take what's happening. You're supposed to know that this is a different iteration. You're not supposed to like juxtapose like what was happening currently with what you have in your mind. And even if there was no movie ever made, and you go and you watch the very first iteration of Iron Man and go, well, in the comic books, like that's, I mean, go fuck yourself. Like you're here to, this is the cinematic universe.
Yeah.
They're doing what they're doing, and
Right.
it's a new iteration of it. And just if you don't like it, name the things you don't like about it, but don't make it a thing where like I don't like it just because it's not that.
Yeah. So that's what you're saying.
I think that's not fair.
okay. I'll take the L on this one.
Oh,
Because that is what I'm doing. I think this Fantastic Four movie isn't good because it's not what I wanted it to be. I'll have to admit that. It's not at all. But I never felt dumb. I never was like, I don't know what's going on. I wouldn't say I was bored. I just was like,
But you did say it was boring.
I never felt, I guess
you
I
literally even said that.
I
you were
was
literally
bored, but I
talking
was
to
like,
a
this
friend.
isn't slow. Does
We're
that
at-
make
we're-
sense?
You did say it was
this
slow.
actually, you know what? I think this is a good premise for the, and we're gonna have to figure out.
I just wanted them to fight a little more.
I want to come up with a name.
You just wanted to be a Marvel movie.
I wanna
You
come-
wanted him to
I
fight.
did.
I want to come up with a name. So the Zion and Anthony podcast is, we're gonna have multiple guests and everything, but Julian is definitely gonna be a reoccurring fucking member of this, and we're gonna continue. I feel like we need to come up with some kind of moniker that just is like a subtitle for like the Zion and Anthony podcast with Julian, and I think that's fair to like do it to where it's that. And I think one thing that we could do that I think is would be valuable is like start the podcast with whatever movie we're talking about, and we go
See if our opinions change.
No, we just go liked, or
Watched it, liked it,
watched
loved
it, liked it, loved it, right off the bat. Boom, 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 boom.
Yeah.
Right.
And then go through our fucking progressions, and at the end of the podcast, end it with the thing. Because with Superman, I for sure I started with watched it and ended with loved it.
Yeah.
You know, so and I think going through the discussions that we talked about with Fantastic Four, I started with watched it. I'm gonna go with liked it
Yeah, you liked it.
Wow.
What about
because
you?
I did.
I'm not an epic fail. I'm at watched it.
You're at watched
Watched
it,
it.
but
Yeah.
you
Was yours
started with
originally
epic
epic
fail.
fail?
There was some. I started with epic fail. There was some stuff
Yeah.
I liked.
And that, but you started with loved it. Yeah.
I still loved it.
That's like I
Yeah,
said. The
still
mission they were
loved
on.
it.
The
It
mission
was
they were on
cool.
wasn't boring. I just didn't care about the characters. So it's like fuck. Their world's about to end. They're kind of the whole movie. You're watching them figure it out, and you're kind of like, well, I'm already thinking ahead. And also, I don't really care about you guys' characters because they're already established. Like I said, and I just was like, I can't care about a mission that I don't care about the characters.
But also, that's another thing.
And
their
the banter-
world didn't end.
yeah, it didn't.
It didn't end at all.
But they were.
They saved it.
Yeah,
They saved it.
I just didn't even care to begin with. I was like, I'm not gonna lie, this world could end right now,
But,
and I don't
but
really
aren't
care
you
about.
curious now? Because it's like,
They didn't have enough chemistry for me. I was just like, I like the Thunderbolts more.
Do
I
you?
was gonna say, we've all seen the Thunderbolts, right? You've seen the Thunderbolts,
I
right?
fucking loved the
I
thing.
thought
you guys
Thunderbolts
say-
was way better than
but do you
Fantastic
guys
Four, and
not
everyone got mad at me
remember-
with that when I walked out.
Do you guys not remember the end?
That
credit
banter was
scene
way
for that
better.
one? That
The
one,
what?
the end credits.
Yeah, they're the new Avengers.
No, it's
Oh,
the
that's the ending.
Fantastic Four.
Yeah,
coming
arriving.
Into it.
They're arriving, and they're about to get.
So we
Okay.
all assumed, oh, the Fantastic Four lose their world to Galactus. They come to our world. You know,
Yes.
something happens.
Yeah.
That doesn't happen. They stay in that world.
Yeah, and they don't even like allude to that in Fantastic
so
Four. So like, what's going
that's
on?
no. I'm saying like that's curious to me. Like, oh, they're still in 828.
That's what I'm saying.
So why
Well,
are they coming to
well,
626?
So what does that seem to do with anything?
Going back to the whole like financial aspect of the studio is, I think Thunderbolts was technically
It was a flop.
A flop.
It was definitely a flop.
They didn't
Did
retain
not.
as much, and so I think that drives where they're gonna go with the storyline and what they're gonna do going forward as far as the storyline and what movies they're gonna
Yeah.
produce. But
Yeah.
I think it's kind of shitty because I don't know how. Do you guys have like movies where you're just like, oh my god, I'm so excited about this movie, I'm so excited about the next thing, and then it just gets killed, and you're like,
That's been happening
Not
so
a
much.
movie,
lately.
but TV show Chaos on Netflix. It's about essentially the Odyssey, a different kind of version of the Odyssey.
oh yeah.
And they canceled it after season 2. It ended on season 1 with the cliffhanger being like, okay, get ready for the next season. This one shit's gonna go down.
Yeah.
Got canceled because Christopher Nolan started making his The Odyssey, and they don't
Yeah.
want to have a clashing thing going
Which
on
is
with it.
that
Sucks.
whole thing is fucking amazing. I'm the one that
Put us on
turned
that.
your girl on it.
Yes, exactly.
I was
And so
like-
that sucks knowing because it was so good. It was literally so good, and they canceled it just because.
Yeah.
Pissed me off.
It is the
Wayne is a good show. That
so
got
we
canceled.
have the Iliad and the Odyssey. That is
Iliad, yes.
the Iliad and the Odyssey are the historical documents that we have that are of. So everything that anybody ever references with Greek mythology, those are the stories that they're referencing.
Yeah,
So it's like these people wrote these books.
it was Homer.
Yes.
Well, we attribute it to Homer, but like,
Well, it's-
let's just say like it's Homer.
Homer wrote
right?
the Odyssey.
Well, let's just say that's just whatever. Who cares who wrote it? We have these stories, Iliad and the Odyssey.
Right.
Those stories, there's no other historical reference to anything that those books talk about.
Right.
So when we talk about like Greek mythology, we talk about all the stuff between Odysseus and all that stuff. It all comes from those two iterations. It all comes from those things.
Okay.
So anybody who's like, oh well, let's talk about that. Did it really happen? Did it? I don't know. It only comes from those two things. It doesn't come from like. There's not a multitude of fucking.
It's like not an actual source. Like there's no real
There,
source.
it's not like a source of it. That's why it really gets like, when it comes down to like, I have a tattoo on my back of Poseidon. How many people do you know that believe in the god Poseidon?
None.
None.
I surround myself with Christians.
Well, I'm just saying, like, nobody actually
God.
goes, "Oh, Poseidon was an actual god," because the actual introduction
Zeus.
of Poseidon is from that book,
Yeah.
from those books of Iliad and Odyssey.
Yeah.
So it's like, is it a real thing? Probably not.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure it's referenced a couple times in other things.
Nope. That's it. That's where we get it.
All right.
I
Maybe
know it's definitely from Homer's The Odyssey, which is what he's talking about. I just can't fact check it.
let's. I feel like we should like wrap it soon. We'll wrap it on two things: Fantastic Four or Superman. I want us to answer
Or
that.
Superman?
Yeah, which one was better? And then I want the last question to be: will Fantastic Four be a movie any Marvel fans remember in 2 years?
Yes. Oh,
Will-
I'm
will
already
it-
answering. You get. Let's wait. I'm sorry. I'm gonna be your.
Will it be on anyone's list of best Marvel movies? Will these characters ever be remembered? Will anyone be like Johnny Storm, man? Da, 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 da. Just in general, Fantastic Four. Will this be on anyone's best?
You go first.
Yes.
To which one?
I think the idea that what we just saw in the Fantastic Four, I think it's overwhelmingly going to be like all of us are, I think the portion of us that are like, we have this. I think that's the minority. I think we're going to get the majority that are going to be excited about it. I think it's going to do really well financially. So I think it's going to, and it's supposed to be the thing that catapults the whole next story.
I love that for you guys, honestly.
Yeah. So I think it's
That's
gonna,
good for superhero movies.
and
Bring more
I-
people to the movies.
So right now,
I just didn't love it.
to your point, for that exact question, I can still go back and watch Iron Man 1 over and over again.
Yeah.
I get
Me too.
I get super excited about
You'll
it.
never catch me turning on Fantastic Four 2025
Uh,
ever again.
I'll give you.
You say
I'll-
that now.
Let me
There's
give,
no way.
Let me give you like a perfect thing. It's so like I had seen it so many times, and I had watched everything that went on, and then I was on vacation, decade after that original airing, and I was on vacation. We were in Florida, and we were super like consumed with like we were checking out alligators. We were going to Disney World, and we're doing all this really cool stuff. We go back to the fucking Airbnb that we got, and I put on the very first Iron Man, and I was like,
Still holds up.
I'm entertained. I'm on vacation. I should be doing all this other, but I'm like actually entertained. I'm watching this thing, and it's gonna be that way. Like I could watch Iron Man right now, and I'd be super
Me
stoked
too,
about
because it's
it.
got good character development. It's got a good story. It's got all that.
So I think that
Fantastic
this
Four is one of
Fantastic
those?
Four, 10 years from now, the people that really digged on it are still gonna watch it and revisit it.
It felt like a Marvel
To-
TV
to-
show. It felt like this could have been straight to Disney Plus
No,
for me.
But
That's why I'm in the minority.
but you have to answer. Which one did you like better?
Fantastic Four or
or
Superman?
Superman?
Superman.
All right.
That's all I wanted
Alright.
to hear.
You next.
Superman.
And then what was the answer to the other one? To the to
Do
the
you
frickin-
think that? People
Oh,
are-
I don't think people. I don't.
10 years from now,
I don't
are
see
people
anyone
gonna-
being like,
years from now.
especially
Are
with
people
what
gonna
we're about to get.
revisit it?
But also the Thunderbolts. I feel like people won't talk about, and I will. So Thunderbolts didn't work for you.
No, I just don't think people will talk about it in 10 years. It's
See,
just
that's
like-
what I
No,
feel
but
about
we're talking
Fantastic.
Like I liked it.
No, you're
We're talking
right.
about
They're not,
Fantastic-
but I love Thunderbolts.
Fantastic
Yeah.
Four.
I
Do you think people are going to revisit this
I
a
do.
decade from now?
So you think
Yes.
this is a
let's
cult
say,
classic?
let's say this whole arc finishes.
Yeah.
And it finishes with the Avengers, whatever, blah blah blah. Do you think people will go back and revisit
I
this
think-
Fantastic Four movie and it still holds up?
I think yes. What they were going for is what I think a lot of the fans and people were asking for a long time. Give us that 1940s, 1950s sci-fi retro.
I think it's 60s.
Yeah, there you go. 1960s sci-fi retro Fantastic Four. These guys go out, they do sci-fi missions, they go in spaceships, they're exploring the cosmic side of the galaxy and stuff. They're doing crazy interdimensional
Shake your
things.
head.
They got to be likable for me to care about these
I
fucking sci-fi
I
missions.
loved them. I
In
love
Interstellar, I
banter.
like that story.
I
'cause
love the
care about
banter
the character
between
and his
Johnny
daughter.
Storm and freaking the Thing. I love the banter between Susan Storm and Mr. Fantastic. I love that Sue Storm was already immediately, as soon as like he would look at the baby, she was like, "No, I know exactly what you're thinking. You're thinking."
That was a good scene.
Yeah, she was always like, "I know exactly what you're
Yeah,
thinking.
yeah.
And that's why I'm upset." And he's like, "You got me." You know what I mean? Like he's like, "Okay, you got me," but that's not what I'm thinking.
I agree with that.
Yeah, that was a good scene.
All of
I agree with that too.
everything that they were talking, they all felt like a family. No matter what, they all felt like an inherent family.
Boring family.
No,
You know,
I
he's
loved it.
actually touching on a point that I
They
think
felt like a family that you
I think
want.
it does.
The ideal
I think
1960s Americana.
I think it will hold up because of that reason. I think
People love family. That's
Yeah,
true.
I
That's
think a
true.
lot of
Even
people
Ocean
are-
said that. She was like, I didn't
and
love the movie, but
all
I'm a
that
sucker
stuff
for
that they were
family.
going through, they all stuck together as a family. They never
Vin Diesel.
broke apart. They were
Yeah.
always together. And like I said,
and that's kind of the point of the story.
Yeah.
It was cute.
that's, yeah.
is to
That's why I'm gonna go with
no
watch.
matter
It
what
was
they go
cute. I
through,
didn't
they
hate
do
I
it
didn't
as a
hate
family, and they'll get through it together as a family. She even
Yeah.
says it. She has a whole speech. We're gonna get through it together as a family. And
Some
she even
incredible
says-
shit. Yeah.
Dude, I loved it when she was like, "I'm not gonna sacrifice my baby for the world, but I'm not gonna sacrifice my world for my baby."
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So let's end it on this. This is the
But also, real quick, I also enjoyed Superman more though.
Hell yeah. I like Johnny Storm and the thing
So
like you
we're-
said too,
we're-
but I feel like I was searching for something to love.
we're ending. This is the end all be all of this podcast, which
What time is it?
I think this is
What
the
time is it?
longest we've gone.
Yeah, we're at 2 hours. Oh, and I did like the scene where he goes, tell him that his Uncle Johnny loves him to the nephew. That
That's
was
like
cute.
his whole thing that he like.
I wanted to end
is
on some things I liked, so I don't sound
brash
like a
and
hater.
stuff, but when it comes to sacrifices, he's like immediately.
Yeah,
just
he was.
like, I will
Also,
do
I think
it.
Johnny Storm did more work than Reed. I don't
did.
care. I think he did more work than Reed.
He literally
towards the end.
deciphered a
Doesn't he go?
language.
Oh, he's stressed right now. He's busy. Johnny's got this.
Yeah, he
I was
really-
like, you go, bro. You're the
Yeah.
only one fucking trying to like. Yeah, I like.
I mean,
that.
as he's trying to figure out the way he can.
And I like the start of
Yeah.
the movie. It was fast and
That's what I talked about earlier.
And
It's
aesthetic.
like,
So you do
it's
like
like
the
he-
movie.
that's his character.
Yeah,
I like that.
Is
He's brash in the way
Oh,
like I'm gonna
shit's
get shit
no,
happening.
we're
done.
not just gonna sit here.
I'm
I'm gonna
on.
get
I'm
shit
on.
done
Doesn't she
myself.
literally say you gotta kill Silver Surfer?
Vanessa,
And
yeah.
Johnny Storm goes.
So
if I just when I liked someone or something, he says something
He
like
has to say
he's
something
about
corny.
he's gonna kill her.
It's
Yeah.
something corny for
Wait,
the
we're gonna-
fucking
Marvel humor.
Marvel
We're-
humor, yeah.
we're gonna end this podcast with this question, and it's not. Don't get Tubert and you know you don't,
Don't
have
think
to,
too much
you
into
don't have
it?
to
Yeah, because we're at
big-
2 hours. Yeah.
But
Don't
this
think
is,
too much
this
into
is
it?
the end of the podcast, right? I'm gonna pose the question, and I'm gonna
Okay.
say the answer first, and then I'm gonna go cross the horn.
All right.
Okay.
Would you give up your baby to save the entire planet? My answer is undoubtedly no. Go.
No.
He says that because he has kids. That's why. So he doesn't want to look like a bad dad.
No. That actually made me really sensitive in the theater when he's thinking about it. I literally audibly like went to my girlfriend, sister, and I was like, "Is this?" And they were like, "Yeah, oh my god," because you could tell he's thinking it. It like almost offended me. So no,
But he's thinking about it.
No, but
mathematically.
say it. Say it.
no,
No.
fuck no. That's
Go, Julian.
In the same context.
Be careful.
In the same context. Or
You're
what?
you are dating my daughter. Go.
In the same context.
you just gotta be
Same
sensitive.
context.
I'm the smartest man in the world.
You're the smartest man in the world, and your
can
baby.
stretch?
It's your baby.
Can I stretch?
What do you mean? Can you stretch?
Can you just answer the question? Can I stretch?
No, you can't stretch. Your baby. You sacrificed your baby to save the whole planet.
Can I sacrifice?
Bro thinks he's Reed.
Well, that's what I'm asking. Am I the smartest man in the world?
yeah,
Am I
yeah.
able to solve?
Yes,
In context,
yes,
am I-
it's in context. It's
Yeah.
in the movie. In the context, it's your baby, and it's Allie's baby,
What?
and
Okay.
you have to decide: is it your baby or the whole world?
Jeopardy.
Jesus Christ!
Jeopardy.
Just so you know, this motherfucker just lost a lot of points.
If I'm the smartest man in the world, I'm pretty sure I can think of something. You know what I
Nope,
mean?
nope. You failed.
This is some juddy shit.
It's super failed.
I'll never go. My mom
This
said,
is
"Don't."
super. The delay is a super fail.
Yeah.
I think that's a trick question. Cause
No, it's not a trick question.
No, it is because when they'd come and be like, "I want your baby," me and Allie would be like, "The joke's on you, dude. We just have fucking cats. We don't have any babies here."
No, it's your baby. Allie's pregnant. You guys have a baby. It's your baby. and you have
Okay,
to
but
go.
now you're making the scenario have a little twist on it.
No, it's not
Just
twist.
have him ask. You're with Ali right now, hopefully forever. But
you can't
just answer
change
it in general.
No,
Don't
you can't change it to it's a cat. If it's a cat, yeah, fuck yeah, the fucking universe.
That's
No,
that
I
Marvel
wouldn't
humor.
want that
Yeah.
cat.
Guess what,
No.
Galactus? We only have cats.
Guess right. No, that's not. No, it's your baby.
It's my baby.
Mind you, that's my grandbaby, and you got to decide: is it the baby
This is like Squid Game.
or
It's that
Throw
the?
the baby off.
That
or kill
baby's
yourself.
going.
Oh,
Even though
That
there
baby's
was so many other
leaving.
ways.
I think
out
I'm
of
gonna
that
have to talk to
situation.
Allie about it. And
I
then
think you're getting a lot of flack for that.
me and Allie are gonna talk about it and we'll be like, I think we have to give that fucking guy our baby, dude.
No.
And then we'd be like, we can make another one. We can make another one.
Yeah, but not that one.
Not that one. Do you think he'll be mad about that?
This makes me want to ask how you feel about abortions, but maybe that's for a different podcast.
No, we can get an abortion.
You can get an abortion.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it's not my body. I can't decide the fucking abortion. But if she wants it, she can gladly get it.
Every guy. I mean, like it's your body, but like if you wanted to, like I'm there.
Everybody, when I do a timestamp on this, and there's a one
gonna
that's-
say abortion in the Fantastic Four
Everybody's
review.
gonna go like fast forward to the abortion.
Wait a minute.
So you're comfortable with saying your thoughts on that online?
For sure.
I guess. I mean, I don't know if I will, but maybe I
Ladies,
will off of.
You're definitely allowed.
the-
I am of the Bill Burr fucking ideology,
Which is?
which is
You're still killing a baby.
you're still killing a baby. I
a good
won't.
stand-up.
I will not. And it's a bit.
Yeah.
But I wholeheartedly believe that is that I don't think that I have the I could not make it to where it's legislation. I couldn't make it to where it's like a legal thing whether you can or you can't. I don't think it's my right to. I don't think that I can make the decision whether you can get an abortion or you can't get an abortion. So I think that it's up to that individual person to hold the right whether she does or doesn't. I think that's not my fucking ability to say whether she can or she can't. But I still
I
think
love it when men answer
I
that
still
question. It's like a gun to your head, and you got.
I still think you're killing a baby. I still think you're killing a baby.
Yeah,
And
ladies,
I think
together, pretty
it's a shitty thing. I think if your decision is, all right, I'm just gonna get rid of this baby.
It's just hard to talk about something when we're not women, and it's.
No, it's not hard. It's not hard. It's very easy.
I would
talk
tread
about.
lightly on something.
It
with
is
that
No,
word.
I'm
very
not. I'm not
easy.
gonna tread lightly. I'm not gonna tread lightly, and I'm not
Oh,
gonna
fuck.
fucking
Me
sit here
neither.
and fucking placate all the fucking people that are gonna tell me whether abortion.
Well,
is
what if
right or
women
wrong.
were asking like about something only we have control over? Wouldn't you be like, or like saying their opinion on something?
Which is why I'm saying I don't believe we have the ability, or we should have the right to tell them whether they can or can't.
No.
yes,
But I
we agree
think
on
that it's okay for me to say my fucking opinion.
Well, that's
to
the
say,
world. Yeah.
You shouldn't.
Yeah, that's your First Amendment, right?
okay.
So,
I challenged it a little.
so I
You had a
think
good
that's
answer.
where the conversation becomes controversial, because the controversy is not whether it's wrong or right. The controversy is whether somebody has the power to tell somebody whether they can or they can't.
Right.
And I think that it's not okay for anybody to tell another human whether they can or they can't. I think that's wrong. So I would always advocate for pro-choice. But I would even advocating
Like
the
my tata.
pro-choice, I would still say to the woman who's about to to have the abortion, I would say that you're still killing
I
a
used
baby.
to always hear Tata and Nana argue about this.
And I would
You're
say,
still killing a baby.
I would say, ma'am, you do what you got to do. I don't give a fuck what you do with your body.
We have cats.
Here's the
I
other
have a
thing.
penis.
Here's the other thing that people don't talk about is that for all the people that out there that advocate that where they're like full on like no,
Can't put them
don't
in the
let.
middle.
We should make it a law that people are not allowed
Jamie, pull
to have an abortion. I will tell you this, in my experience, it's very difficult for me to look at somebody that's going, no, you can't like abort this baby, and then not give a fuck about what happens to that baby. So like, oh, you don't get an abortion, and I'm making it a law where you can't have an abortion. But then once that person has the baby, that person that made it a forceful, lawful act, where they were like, you have to have this baby, then that baby's born. Okay, well now that person that made it a fucking lawful act to make that baby born, they are not responsible for that baby? What the fuck?
Yeah.
You forced that baby into this world, but then once that baby's born,
Yeah,
you
it's
you
survival
have
for the fittest.
you're not
You kinda remind me of Reed.
you have no like fucking responsibility. That's bullshit. I think anybody who fucking votes for people to have babies,
This turned into a
they
political
should be
podcast.
part of a
My bad.
thing to like take care of that baby. Because you just force this person who's not gonna take care of that baby
Welcome to
to have a
America.
baby, and you're just
This is
and you're
America.
not gonna like add to like the ability to like take care of that baby.
That is literally America.
There has been babies that have been forced upon me, and I have fucking taken care of them and done what I
Yeah, so
what
you
I
have,
think is like rightfully
morally
like
correct.
yeah, right. I've taken care of them.
Yeah.
But to be the person to go, you have to have this baby, but then have no responsibility
Yeah.
for that baby. I think that's.
I was just talking to Ocean
I
about
think
this
that's
like
a
2
little
nights ago.
fucked up.
No, it's not fucked up. It's insane. Yeah,
I think
no.
it's a little insane, right?
It doesn't even make sense. Yeah, I'm with you on that.
Like if you're gonna force people to have babies, knowing that those babies are gonna be born to like not being cared for,
Well, that's what they want.
shouldn't you be the one that's
Not-
responsible for caring
that's
for
not-
him?
I don't know my take on that. Really, it's just the idea of someone having a kid and then being like, I don't want to take care of this kid though. Here, give it to this other dad.
Right.
That's what I'm with you on.
You have the baby.
Yeah.
Oh, the baby's born?
Yeah, wait. I don't want to be a
I
dad.
don't- well,
I
send
just
him over
wanted to
there.
have sex.
I just wanted the baby to be born.
Yeah.
I didn't want to have to take care of him.
Yeah.
Well, hold on a second. Fucking think about that. Like if you're the one that's gonna be advocating for that baby,
But
to
also
be
you're
born,
giving that kid a lot of lore,
Shouldn't
like
you?
some music.
Shouldn't you be involved
Where'd
in
my
the
dad go?
idea of, or the concept of like
Character.
having that baby be taken care of? Because I'll tell you what, being the father of 4, kids are no joke. Being an uncle of fucking 4, or I'm actually
a father of 2 cats.
I'm an uncle of 8. Like
hard work.
I'm just saying, like
Cats.
having any kids come
one
into
dog.
this world and not just be like, it takes a lot to be the person that's like guiding this kid through life, to just force people to have kids but have no repercussions of like what's taking place when those kids are born. I think it's pretty shitty. So like, yes, I'm an advocate. I'm a pro-choice person. But I'm also a pro-life person. I would love for all kids to be born. All kids that are conceived, I think, should be born. But fuck, I mean, if all those kids are born, who's the person taking responsibility to take care of these kids? It's not even about like a kid being born and like caring for that baby. It's that 6 and 7-year-old that's confused about their role in life and who's
Heartbreaking.
like it's so crazy. Like I have nieces and nephews right now that are like in their younger stages where it's like difficult to like be like, I'm your uncle, I'm trying to teach you, I'm trying to like guide you through this, but I don't have the ultimate decision on like
I'm not
the
your
things that
dad.
you do.
Yeah.
And like I can't make those ultimate decisions. And so these people that are out there that are advocating for like, I'm forcefully making the law that you're gonna have this kid, but they don't give a fuck what happens when that kid's born.
Yeah, and then they might start to view
think
you
that-
as their dad.
I think at best, it's a good idea that is wrongfully executed.
That sounded smart.
Oh god damn! Whew,
No, but that dead air needed to happen. Because if we
That's
just
our
responded
review
off
on
the bat, it was just
Fantastic
insane.
Four.
Yeah.
Fantastic
Fantastic
Four.
Four. Fantastic Four. Solid entertainment. Kind of like what we said with Materialist. It was a sandwich. Not the best sandwich.
No, I liked it. I fully enjoyed it. I loved it.
So it was like a
it was
Cheesecake Factory.
It was good.
Fine things.
It
For me,
was
it was
a-
like Taco Bell.
To me,
I like
it was
Taco Bell.
Yeah, I like Taco Bell too.
It was a good cheesecake.
I'm not like, let's go get Taco Bell.
I am.
Sometimes I am. I don't know. Solid entertainment. Not going to remember it. Jeremy Johns, one of my favorite viewers, would say not going to remember it in T-minus 2 days.
You kicked us off. We're gonna let you end it.
Thank you so much for watching this episode of the Zon and Anthony podcast. I think we're including Julian's name in it now, right?
Yeah, I think we're gonna establish a
You don't
name
have
that
to
is just
include
for
it. You can
this.
just make like a playlist.
We talked about this
that
the other
says my
day.
name on it.
We're gonna make a playlist, and it's gonna be the Zion
You
Anthony
guys had a meeting
podcast
without me?
featuring. Yeah, we talked about this, and we're gonna go Zion Anthony podcast,
Just put
but
featuring-
like the Julian Files
Flex
kind of thing.
Okay.
Because
love that.
I think we're gonna continue to have him on.
Yeah, we need him,
to
dude.
the point where that should.
Next time, charge your phones because you're better
I
at
know. I usually have notes.
But it's just
Yeah.
like it's.
Oh
Just,
yeah, I can look up.
It's the same thing.
Yeah.
It's like Zion Anthony podcast episode 7, but we can go Zion. Sorry, I'm drunk. Zion and Anthony podcast. The Julian Files episode 3.
There you go.
You know what I'm saying?
Something like that.
Yes.
And it can have its own playlist because I think people will actually gravitate towards Julian, and they may just
see.
skip our shit and just go towards everything that he's in,
Especially if they're like the superhero fans. Yeah.
or if they're gay.
I think the gay is for me.
Super
Yeah. And then the political.
Man.
You.
political.
I don't know. You got political at the end a little bit. You can't lie.
All right. So what's the last line that we throw on the?
Fantastic Four.
Fantastic Four.
Good job, guys.
Yeah, that was super gay.
That will be the last one.